Okay, so today your session I was told to do was on your personal portfolio development, and I am conducting this in two parts. I'm gonna just go over what a portfolio is, its importance, and things you need to consider when you are developing your own portfolio. And then there will be a practical aspect. So it would be great if any one of you who is joining, at a stationary place, who is uh, who is actually at home connected from a computer, who can join the session and follow along with me. If you can follow the things that I'm doing, maybe if you run into any issues, I can resolve it on the spot itself. Right. So that is the reason that I asked. So are there anybody? Is it only one person, or are there anybody who is joining from a computer? Right, I guess not. So also in the meantime, I think English would be uh, an okay language to conduct this session in, because you are fourth year students. But however, if you need any explanation in Sinhala, if you didn't understand anything, or if I skim over it a little bit too fast, please do let me know. Interrupt me anytime. You can unmute and let me know. And also you can use the chat box whenever you need. So let's just give me a minute. I think it should be visible now. Okay, so you can all see my presentation. Shall we start with the session? I will keep an eye on the chat just in case any one of you wants to interact with me. Okay, brilliant. Right. Okay, so today's session is about personal portfolio development. Right. So we will be talking about what a portfolio is, and why it is important for a management graduate, and how you can actually develop one yourself using some of the tools that I'm going to show you. So before we get into the session, I would like to brief you a little bit about myself. So my name is Dhanuka Pereira. I'm a lecturer attached to the Department of Entrepreneurship. So some of you might have met me already. Might have done a lecture to you. I'm not sure, since you are the fourth year. Uh, so yeah, so that is about my academic credentials. And at the same time, since I'm a graduate from the Department of Entrepreneurship as well, as you might be aware, we are required to start our own businesses. So with that, the business that I found is Codexia. So I'm a co-founder, and what we specialize is that we do digital marketing. So that entails web development, graphic designing, and digital marketing solutions like such as social media and so on. So I would be teaching you about your personal portfolio development from two aspects, from three aspects rather. It would be from a graduate's perspective, an employee's perspective, and also an academic's perspective. And in addition to that, I will be giving you my thoughts on design as well, since I can consider myself a professional designer as well. Right. So we'll go into our content. Right. So our the introductory session, I will be talking to you about what a portfolio is. I wish this was a physical session that I can actually interact with you at this stage. So multi-kedi තමයි අතන ගොඩක් interact වෙලා කරන්න පුළුවන් දේවල් ටිකක් තියෙන්නේ. So that if you understand, if you already know what it is, we can actually skip and go over and spend some more time in the practical aspects of what I'm going to teach today. So in the introduction, I will be talking about what a portfolio is. There are types of portfolios, and we will be going over some of them and talk about what is actually important for you. And we need to distinguish between a portfolio and a CV. There might be some overlaps between what a portfolio and a CV is. you might already know the differences, but you might also have some idea, some confusions about the two, what to include in which, right? So we'll go over that as well. And then secondly, why it is important for you as a management graduate, as an undergraduate, and who will soon be a graduate entering into the corporate sector, why you need a portfolio. And so we'll just briefly talk over the benefits of what a portfolio does for you as a management graduate. Then we come into the most important part of the session, which are the steps to creating your own personal portfolio. So we use the word personal portfolio here, but what it entails is your professional portfolio about your personal details. So I'll tell you why I use that term when we are talking about the different types of portfolios right here. Okay, so then we need the planning of your portfolio, the content selection, designing and the presentation of your portfolio, and regularly updating your portfolio. So those are important things. Then finally, developing your online portfolio. So this is actually the practical part that we will be doing. And yeah, there we will be talking about some online tools. Different online tools are available, so we will be focusing on one today, right? So with that, I think it's okay for us to go to the introduction. Yes. Okay, so what is a portfolio? So there are different definitions, what a portfolio is, and I will be defining a portfolio in terms of what you need to do, a professional or a personal portfolio, right? So first, it is a curated collection of your works, skills, and experiences. So the portfolio that you develop should include your skills, your work, your experiences. It should be telling a story to the viewer of the person who is reading your portfolio. It should tell a story about your life, but it should be relevant to the context. So what does that mean? Relevant to the context? It means that, if you have to keep in mind the purpose. So we'll be talking about it in the future, but according to the purpose, if you are seeking employment, then the context is that you need to impress your prospective or future employers. If you're going for an interview, and your portfolio should demonstrate your skills and your experiences relevant to the job that you apply. So in different other portfolios, we'll go over them. That idea, that objective is different. So it is a curated collection. So what will be a curated collection? There is some who's unmuted. So just let me mute you. Do you have any questions? Was that why you were unmuted? No, right? Okay. Brilliant. So what does it mean to be a curated collection? A curated means, so it means that you have actually selected out of many experiences that you want to share, out of many stories, out of many, a lot of your skills, you need to select the ones that are relevant. So that is what is meant by a curation. You curate. It is a curated collection of your work. Not all of your skills, not all of the work that you have done, but selected few that you believe are the most relevant, the most important, and the most apt at demonstrating your professionalism, your skills, and your abilities, basically your competencies, right? So that is what a portfolio does. So next we have, it is a living and changing collection of records that reflect your accomplishments, skills, experience, and attributes. So why have I highlighted living and changing? That is because it needs to be constantly updated, right? Each day, each and every thing that you do will alter your experiences, will update your experiences. So you shouldn't just make one portfolio years back and then keep it forever. No, you need to keep continuously update your portfolio. You might need to delete some things. You might need to add some things. So that is important, right? And then it highlights and showcases samples of your work, samples of your best work. It's your best work only, along with life experiences, values, and achievements. So this is just the definition of what a portfolio is. So your portfolios, your requirements might slightly differ from this, but basically this is what it does. So there are different types of portfolios, like I mentioned. Generally, I was told there are around 250 or so, 220, I believe, also students in your batch, that should be joining. Sadly, there's only 59 here with us, 60 or 59 here with us today. However, you might be involved in different areas. So some of you might be involved in this designing and creative work as well. So for you, a portfolio might mean a collection of your best design works and your artistic works. So that is one portfolio. It can be a collection of drawings that you have done. It can be a collection of the best photographs that you have taken. In my case, we have web design portfolios where we keep a collection of the websites that we have developed, so we can show it to our clients. So it is a collection of our best work in that same sense. Then there are project portfolios that contains the best projects. There are on a separate, a totally different aspect, we have financial portfolios. So that is a collection of financial assets that you might have invested in. So that is what you call a financial portfolio. But in this case, like I mentioned, we will be talking about professional or personal portfolio. So in professional portfolio, we are talking about you, your personal achievements, that might be relevant to whatever field that you are in, that might be relevant to whatever job that you're applying to, whatever, career advances that you might be trying to focus on, like an increment or a promotion could be. So this can demonstrate your personal achievements, right? So that is the focus of today's session, building a professional portfolio for your academic, career purposes, right? So beyond the resume, a resume or a CV, the curriculum vitae that you might be aware about, it shows what you have done already. As a resume says you did it, but a portfolio shows how you did it. So portfolio should show your path, your journey in achieving something, right? So you shouldn't just mention the things that you have done. This is again up to you. So it can be a simple list of what you have done. It can be a demonstration of how you have done it. It depends on the context again. So we'll talk about it a little bit in more detail in the future. But the more comprehensive and creative the portfolio is, the better it will look, the better you can demonstrate your skills, not just what you have done, not just your skills as in your experiences, but also your creative skills, your thinking outside of the box. All of those design capabilities that you might have, your creative aspects, is shown through the portfolio. Right? For example, as you are, you will be mostly focused in managerial roles, I believe. So you might have done several professional qualifications. So in your CV, you will list down those professional qualifications. Yes. ACCA, you might have done chartered, you might have done AAT, you might have done other professional qualifications. So those are metrics that measure certain areas like financial capabilities, your financial knowledge, your knowledge on management is demonstrated through your degree. degree එක තියෙනවා කියලා කිව්වම එතකොට ඔයාට management knowledge එක background එක තියෙනවා කියලා පෙන්නනවා නේ degree එක present කරපුවාම ඔයාගේ chartered වගේ මොකක් හරි ඒ වගේ professional qualification එකක් කරලා තියෙනවා ඔයාගේ financial accounting and financial knowledge එක තියෙනවා කියලා පෙන්නනවා. So same with every other qualification that you might present to your employers. But through the portfolio, you can also show your creative aspect. ඔයා කොච්චර creative ද කියලා පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයාගේ තියෙන artistic capacity එක පෙන්වන්න එක කරන්න පුළුවන්. If you are able to come up with a very creative, very beautiful, very nice looking portfolio. So that can have two results for you, separate results. So ආගේ portfolio එක ලස්සනට තියෙන එකෙන් ඔයාට පුළුවන් creative aspect එක පෙන්වන ගමන් ඔයාගේ දැනට තියෙන experiences and skills demonstrate කරන්න in terms of the generic graduates skills and experiences, right? I hope that demonstration between the two is clear. So there are also some specific differences between what a portfolio is and what a CV does. So we'll go with what a CV does. It summarizes professional backgrounds, qualifications, and achievements. But a portfolio showcases specific examples of your work. In your CV, CV let's say, so now I told you that I am also, I design professionally. I do web development and I do graphic designing. So when I say I am a professional or I have this amount of skills in using, let's say, Photoshop, Illustrator වගේ use කරන skills තියෙනවා කියලා මම CV එකේ කියනවා. But in that CV, you won't be able to measure how much skills that I have. I only say, මම කියනවා මට තියෙනවා කියලා. හැබැයි ඔයාට CVs වල අපි දාන්නේ නැහැනේ. අපි කරපු graphics වල examples දාන්නේ නැහැනේ. photos දාලා පෙන්නන්නේ නැහැනේ. That means it only says in text that I have this skill. I have Photoshop skills. I have Illustrator skills. I would say in the CV. But I would use a portfolio, a separate portfolio to demonstrate, right? I already stated that I have this skill, Photoshop skill, then I use the portfolio to show examples of my work. And my examples will, it will act as a testament to what I have said in my CV. CV එකේ කියලා තියෙන දේකට proof තමයි එතකොට portfolio එකේ එන්නේ. Right? So in the portfolio, you don't need to even say that you have Photoshop skills. So design එක දාපු ගාම මේක මම කරපු design එකක් කියලා design එක පෙන්නපු ගාම obviously automatically ඒක පේනවානේ. අපිට Photoshop skills හරි මොකක් හරි designing capability එකක් තියෙන්න ඕනනේ. So that can be done. Then in a CV, I'm sorry I have switched the two, but CV, educational background, work experience, skills, and those kinds of things will be listed. But in the portfolio, it is better, if you can show samples of your work, like I mentioned earlier, if you can show testimonials, awards that you have received, photos of them, if you can say, you can showcase photographs of you receiving the award, you can showcase photographs of the award, right? You can even put a story. award එකත් එක්කම accompanying story එකක් තියනවා නම් ඔයාගේ life එකකින් ඔයා එක්කෝ එකකින් ගත්ත learning එකක්, whatever learning that you have gotten throughout that experience, you can list down. So that is totally flexible, free to do in a portfolio, but you can't do the same in a CV. So that is the difference. All right, I think I have mixed these two up. I apologize for that. The CV actually has the primary text structured in a chronological or thematically. The portfolio has the mixture of text and images. I'm sorry about that. I think I have mixed those two up. So portfolio ke tamai mein mix of text, images, videos, and other media තියෙන්නේ. Right? So portfolio has this mix of all the multimedia elements. You can have anything. You can even link to other websites. For the portfolio king, if you are doing an online portfolio like the one I'm going to show you today, you can even link to external websites to showcase your work additionally. Right? So designing කරන කට්ටිය ඉන්නවා නම් දන්නවා Behance වගේ websites තියෙනවා, Dribbble කියලා websites තියෙනවා. ඒ website එකට නැත්නම් Pinterest වගේ websites තියෙනවා. කෙලින්ම අපිට link කරන්න පුළුවන්. Outside link. But the CV, you can't do that. Right? So those are some very basic differences just for you to understand the scope. The portfolio CV difference from the scope. The CV scope, it's text-based, it's very fact-based. Facts sticker very examples facts sticker, very short form. You put it in a chronological basis. It shouldn't be that long. In a in the private sector. In the private sector, you are required to make a CV of not more than 1 page. So it should be limited to 1 page. They ideally prefer a 1-page CV. Pages in an academic setting, it's different. So I will show you my CV. So in an academic setting, it's different. The longer the better. But I think you have visited many CV clinics have been conducted by the university. I was actually a part of privy to one of those workshops as well. So they continuously say that a CV should be very summarized. It should be 1 page. So අපේ stories මුකුත් කියන්න බෑ ඒ CV එකේ. ඒකට තමයි එතකොට අපේ portfolio එක තියෙන්නේ. So you can use the portfolio to paint whatever picture that you might want to paint, right? Okay, moving forward. So portfolios, again, there are traditionally it's paper based. If you have applied to some like a competition in the university like JESA awards, you might have developed portfolios, personal portfolios. So basically, they require. Okay, there is some disturbance again. Okay. Right. So what I was saying is that there are paper-based portfolios that you can print and distribute or hand out to whoever might want to read your portfolio, right? But the thing is, those paper-based ones are very limited again because ඒකෙත් කියන්න පුළුවන් the interactivity. The interactivity granted by modern technology is missing in those papers. කොලේකත් අපිට chronologically extended CBF වගේ පෙන්වන්න පුළුවන්. But in this day and age, I believe, as of course a web developer and who is in this digital marketing space, I believe online portfolios are not just an added advantage, they have become a must. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් online portfolio එකක් තියෙන එක අපි paper based එකකට යනවට වැඩිය online digital portfolio එකක් තියෙන එක එකකින් ඔයාලට added advantage එකක් දෙනවා විතරක් නෙමෙයි ඒක compulsory වෙන ගමන් තියෙන. It's becoming more and more crucial for you to have an online presence. Right? So on that note, I believe most of you might already have LinkedIn accounts. Facebook accounts වලට වැඩිය professionally ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඉස්සරහට යනවා නම් you definitely need LinkedIn accounts. So when somebody Googles your name, search කරපුවාම පුළුවන් තරම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ searchable වෙන්න ඕන. ඒ searchable වෙන්න එකක් තමයි of course social media. Through websites like LinkedIn, you can be more visible. Facebook and Twitter also adds to that. Instagram also adds to that. However, just imagine if you have your own website, a portfolio website, and when they search, your website comes up. That would hugely impact your credibility. මේ ඔයගොල්ලන් credibility ගොඩක් අඩිනවා. ඔයාටම ඔයාගේ details, ඔයාගේ විස්තර තියෙන website එකක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒක ගොඩක් ඔයාගේ credibility එක boost කරන්න උදව් කරනවා. And that means out of maybe 10, 20, 30 candidates, you will stand up. So online portfolios are a must, and I hope. So we have how many students? 62, 61, 62 including myself. So 61 students here. And you all of you, and as well as anybody, the others in your batch who will be hopefully watching this video, the recording of this lecture, will develop your own portfolio online using the tool that I'm going to show you. So that is the hope, that is the dream, and we can showcase what a Japura graduate can do. When we're comparing with the other graduates from other private universities, we are always at a disadvantage when it comes to perspective sometimes. Right? They believe that we are backwards. They believe that we are, you're not using the latest technology. We are not adept at using technology. Our technical skills, in that sense, the digital literacy is low. So this is a way that you can showcase that is not the case, that you are indeed competent. Right. So benefits of a portfolio. This is something we can quickly go over. It demonstrated practical skills. Unlike your CV, it demonstrates your practical skills directly using examples. Example like a practical skill. It showcases. It provides evidence of your work. Like I said, it directly shows it. Rather than saying you're a graphic designer, you can do this. You can show your graphics. Rather than saying you are a team leader, ඔයගොල්ලෝ දානවනේ CV වල තියෙනවා. CV එකේ අපි ගැන description එක ලියන්න කිව්වොත් අපි කියනවා I'm a team leader, can work well with others. ඒ වගේ description එකක් you might write. So show evidence of the projects that you have done together with a lot of people, of all the networks that you have built for yourself. Network කරලා තියෙන organizations, or වැඩ කරලා තියෙන organizations, වැඩ කරලා තියෙන public figures, if you have met them, worked with them, it shows that you have this provides evidence to your claims. So CV එකේ තියෙන claims වලට evidence දෙනවා. It showcases and showcases creativity and originality, especially because the portfolio is a creative endeavor, like a creative there. So ඒක කරන එකෙන්ම වාගේ creativity and originality එක showcase කරනවා. And it sets you apart from the rest. It sets you apart from the other candidates. Crowd decking highlight and allows for personal branding. And the portfolio, one of the, this is a very important point, personal branding. So personal branding, it's a different topic altogether, like a separate big topic scope. But basically what it means is that you need to create a brand for yourself. Make up a course unit dedicated to personal branding in our department, but maybe you have certain similar subjects in your degree program as well. So personal brand එක හදා ගන්න ඕනේ. Personal brand එක හදාගෙන personal brand එක showcase කරන විදිහත් එක outlet එකක් තමයි මේ your personal website. So developing a personal website is actually in the curriculum for some of our students. I believe that is going to be compulsory for all students going forward. But this portfolio will allow you to do the same. මොකද මම දැන් අද ඔයගලන්ට පෙන්නන්න හදන්නේ online portfolio එකක් හදන හැටි. එතකොට ඒකෙන් ඔයගලන්ගේ personal brand එක හදන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයගලන්ගේ තියෙන mission statement එකක් තියෙනවා නම් definitely එකට දාන්න. ඔයගලන්ගේ personal values තියෙනවා නම් definitely එකට දාන්න. It shows ඔයගලන්ට එහෙම දේවල් තියෙනවා කියලා පෙන්නනවා නේ. එහෙම දේවල් ගැන හිතලා තියෙනවා කියලා පෙන්නනවා. Rather than compared with many people who don't have a personal vision. ගොඩක් කෙනෙක්ගෙන් ඇහුවොත් personal vision statement එකක් තියෙනවද කියලා නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට ඔයගලන්ගේ ඒ ඔක්කොම ටික මේ එක website එකකින් අපි online portfolio එකකින් cover කරගන්න පුළුවන්. So those are some of the benefits. There are many more benefits, of course, but these are some of the highlighting points, right? The more there are it facilitates reflection and personal growth. So how can it do that? What පුළුවන් වගේ portfolio එක revisit කරන්න. In a month. Hold on, we have a question. I didn't see the name clearly. How the hand raise kare? Yasit, was it? I didn't see the name. Yes, do you have a question? Whoever raised the hand, I'm asking. Chat එක හරි කමන්න දා. No question, I believe. Was it a mistake? Please let me know if it's a mistake so we can go ahead with the lecture. Okay. I believe it was a mistake. Okay. Right. So it facilitates reflection and growth, which means you can look back at your CV, revisit your CV every month, every year, and see, have you actually developed or ඇත්තටම develop වෙලා තියෙනවද නැත්නම් හිතපු තැනමද තාම ඉන්නේ ඒ වගේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ටම reflection එකක් යන්න පුළුවන්. And it offers flexibility. Portfolios, it offers flexibility. I told you about flexibility earlier as well, because it can be catered to audiences. Flat CV they're not ready. It can be catered to different audiences. You can have different portfolios. So even in the same portfolio, you can have different segments. Professional eva ගැන එක area එකක තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. If you have done, like for myself, if you have done creative work, ඒකට වෙනම section එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. So if you are showing this to anybody who wants to look at your creative work, ඒ part එකට ගියහදී. If you are looking for somebody, if you are showing it to somebody who have who are looking for your academic achievements, academic excellence, එතකොට ඒක ටියම කෙලින්ම ඒ තැනට යවන්න පුළුවන්. So it offers flexibility and it offers, of course, මේ ඇවිල්ලා online portfolio එකක් නම් it offers an interactive experience that you can කොලයක් බලනවා වගේ නෙමෙයි, පොතක් කියවනවා වගේ නෙමෙයි, report එකක් බලනවා වගේ නෙමෙයි. It's interactive. You can interact with the elements in the portfolio if you create it correctly. Okay. Then we have the steps to creating a personal portfolio. So these are the important elements of your of the session today. I'm just going to spend a little time explaining those steps. So step number 1, planning. So business administration department එකේ students ලා හැටියට planning වල තියෙන importance එක මට repeat කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ කියලා මම හිතනවා. Right? So planning is the first step නේ. අපි management වල තියෙන planning, leading, organizing, controlling and all those වෙන්න කලින් අපි ඉස්සරහම plan කරනවා. So planning, you need to first set clear objectives. So what do you mean by first of all planning objective? Is planning your portfolio, pardon me. So portfolio එක plan කරනවා කියලා කියන්නේ you need to gather, prepare for the development of your portfolio. Portfolio එක පාටම ඉඳගෙන හදන්න ගන්න එපා. එක පාටම portfolio හදන්න ඕන කියලා ඉවරලා just don't keep adding all of the things that comes into your mind. So don't do that. That is not the way. Like with everything, you need proper planning to come up with a good portfolio. On the portfolio produce කරන්න නම් you need to have a proper planning stage. So first of all, you need to set your objectives very clearly. Objectives මොනවද කියලා set කරනවා. The purpose, the brand, the growth. මෙතන important එක තමයි purpose එක. Why are you creating a portfolio. What is the purpose of your portfolio? Are you looking for a job, freelancing opportunities, or showcasing academic projects? What are you trying to do with your portfolio? So that needs to be defined first. You need to set that first. Then the brand. What images or brand are you trying to present of yourself? Right? Personal branding. So what, like if you look at this presentation, there is one theme to it. Mage presentation මම හදලා තියෙන එක theme එකකට. So that is what you need to plan. So what one angle එකකට දාන්න. Is it going to be a fun one? Is it going to be a professional one? Is it going to be an artistic one or a serious one? ඉන්නේ brand එක ගැන හිතන්න ඕනේ. The growth, how how do you plan on updating your portfolio? මොන විදිය මොන intervals වලද update කරන්නේ? Is it updatable one or is it a one off one? එකපාරක් විතරක් හදන එකක්ද නැත්නම් මේක දිගටම පාවිච්චි කරන ගමන් update කරන එකක්ද? You need to have that in mind. So why? Because update කරන්නේ නැත්නම් එක විදියකට portfolio එක හදන්නේ. It's one small thing. But if you are planning on updating, ඉඩ තියන්න ඕන update කරන්න ඒක. ඒ කියන්නේ මම කියන්නේ history තියන්න නෙමෙයි, but you need to keep in mind content එක adjust කරන්න ඕනේ ඉස්සරහට තව add කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන විදිහට. closed loop එකක නෙමෙයි. ඉස්සරහට add කරන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට තමයි ඔයා portfolio එක හදන්න ඕනේ. ඒක මුලින්ම define කරලා ඉන්න ඕනේ. And identifying your audience. And who are you showing this portfolio to? Employers ලාටද, clients ලාටද, academics ලාටද? So are you showing it to your lecturers? Is this for an evaluation purpose? Evaluate කරන්න හදන portfolio එකක්ද නැත්නම් ඔයා job එකක් හොයන්න යනකොට employees ලාට පෙන්නන portfolio එකක්ද නැත්නම් if you are running your own businesses? So there might be one or two or maybe a few who will be doing, conducting your own businesses, and in your business you will need a portfolio of your completed projects. මෙච්චරකල් කරලා තියෙන වැඩ showcase කරන්න ඔයාට business එකකට උනත් අවශ්‍යයි. එතකොට clients ලාට පෙන්නන portfolio එකක්ද කියලා බලන්න ඕනේ. Then still we are in the planning stage, so you have to gather the essential materials. Again, very important. Content එක මොනවාද කියලා identify කරගෙන ඒ materials ටික එකතු කරගන්න. එක තැනක එකතු කරගෙන තියාගන්න. So have a folder if this is a digital one, right? ඒකට digital එක ගන්නවා folder එකක් හදලා ඒ folder එකට පිළිවෙලකට organized method එකකට put all the photos, put all the details, content එක හදලා තියාගන්න. මොකද හදාගෙන යනකොට ඔයාලට ඒව හොයන්න තියන්න එපා. right? හදාගෙන යනකොට සැරෙන් සැරේ මතක් වෙලා හොයනවා නම් that's not planning. If you are talking about your job experiences, then ඒකට අදාළ details ටික හොයලා තියාගන්න. If you are talking about your projects that you have done while you were a graduate or university එකේ ඉන්නකොට කරපු projects, student activities වෙන්න පුළුවන්, ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ association එක activities වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒවට evidences, photos එහෙම අරගෙන videos එහෙම හොයාගෙන තියාගන්න. That is gathering the essential materials. For example, testimonials තියෙනවා නම්, resumes and certificates තියෙනවා නම් ඒවා gather කරලා තියාගන්න. Time and tools. So what is the schedule and what are the tools? The tools තමයි අපි මේක tool එකක් කතා කරනවා, ඒකෙන් තමයි හදන්න කියලා. And time, what is the time scale of your project? මේක ගොඩාක් කල් තියෙනවද හදන්න නැත්නම් කෙටි වැඩක්ද? ඒක you need to plan. And when are you going to work on this? So you need the plan. So that is time and tools. Time කියන එක especially it is the same for any project that you do. මේ portfolio develop කරන එක විතරක් නෙමෙයි. හැම දෙයකටම මේක තියෙන අවශ්‍යතාවයක් තමයි. Then the layout. So most people don't do this. You need to plan the layout of your portfolio. Rough sketch එකක් හරි හදලා තියන්න. එක්ක පොතකුයි පෑනකුයි අරගෙන ඒක sketch එකක් හදලා තියන්න. මෙන්න මෙතෙන්ට මම මේ පින්තූර දානවා, මෙතෙන්ට මේ text එක දානවා කියලා. I'll show you an online tool that you can use for sketching also. And the theme of it, like I said, the brand එකත් එක්ක consistency එකක් තියාගන්න ඕන ඔබ. consistency එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ දැන් පිටුවෙන් පිටුවට අපි මේ multiple pages තියෙන portfolio හන page එකෙන් page එකට එක ජාතිය fonts දාන්න එපා. So in branding there is a hierarchy. Main heading එකේ size එකක් තියෙනවා, main heading එකට දාන font එකක් තියෙනවා. Sub headings වලට දාන font එකක් තියෙනවා, color එකක් තියෙනවා, size එකක් තියෙනවා. Body text එක, paragraph text එකක් දානවා නම් අපි තෝරගන්න font ජාතියක් තියෙනවා. ඒ font එකේ ඉන්න ඕන. ඒතර හැමතැනම ඒ ජාතිය fonts වලට ඒ ජාතිය paragraphs වලට ඒ font එකම use කරන්න. So those needs to be decided first. That is in your planning stage. When planning your portfolio paves a path to professional presentation. අපි professionally present කරන්න නම් ඉස්සෙල්ලා proper plan එකක් තියෙන්න. I hope the planning stages are very clear, because especially මට මේකේ highlight කරන්න ඕන fact එක තමයි ගොඩක් කට්ටිය කරන්න miss වෙන එකක් තමයි මෙන්න මේ planning the aesthetics and the layout. ඒ layout එක plan කරන්නේ නැහැ ගොඩක් තැන්වල. Right? So that is important. And also gathering of the essential materials. Many times I have seen people, even students, they start work and then they look for what is required. අවශ්‍ය දේවල් පස්සේ තමයි හොයන්න ගන්න. ඉස්සෙල්ලාම අවශ්‍ය දේවල් එකතු කරගන්න. මොකද portfolios මම හදලා තියෙනවා for different work, physically printed ඒවත් හදලා තියෙනවා, online ඒවා හදලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ඔක්කොම කරන්න කලින් ඉස්සෙල්ලාම අපේ plan එක තියෙන්න ඕන. That is the most important part. portfolio හදන එක මාල් ලේසි ඊට පස්සේ නේ. අපි ඔක්කොම layout එක plan කරලා නම් content එක plan කරලා නම් අපිට තියෙන මේ ටික දාගෙන යන්නනේ. වෙලා යන්නේ මේ gathering part එක තමයි. So that planning is important, right? So keep in mind the objectives, why you are making it important, කාටද පෙන්නන්නේ, the audience is important, and material gather කරන එක important, and layout එකත් plan කරගන්න එක important. So those four things මේ ඊට වැඩි 6ක් 7ක් විතර තිබ්බ but අර හතර definitely very important. You need to do those things in your planning stage. Then content selection. So content එක select කරනකොට දැන් අපි කියවනේ gather කරගන්න materials. එතකොට මේ material gather කරපු ඔක්කොම ටික දාන්නෙත් නැහැ. අපි criteria ටිකක් තියෙනවා මොන content select කරන්න කියලා බලන්න. First is quality over quantity. මේක අපි හැමතිස්සෙම මම හිතන්නේ you might have repeatedly have heard this phrase before in your education as well. Quality over quantity තියෙනවා. ගොඩාක් content දානකට වැඩිය better quality content දාන එක ටිකක්. Right? High quality content, high quality text, high quality images දාන එක හොඳයි. පින්තූර ඔක්කොම අපිට නිකන් අර මොකද ඉස්සර පොඩි Nokia phone එකෙන් ගත්ත photos දාලා low pixel count එකක් තියෙන resolution එක අඩු photos ටිකක් දාලා මුළු portfolio එකේම තියෙන image එක අඩු කරගන්නට වැඩිය හොඳ high quality දෙක තුනක් දාලා ලස්සන text එකත් එක්ක ඒක cover up කරගන්න එක තමයි better. So quality over quantity. Second is relevant. The content should be relevant to what? Your objective. To the audience. අපි කලින් කතා කරපු එකේ අපේ objective එකට මේක relevant වෙන්න ඕන, අපේ audience ලට relevant වෙන්න ඕන. Otherwise අපිට අදාළ නැති ඒවා දාලා වැඩක් නැහැ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොකද corporate job එකකට යනකොට ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ design portfolio එක පෙන්නලා වැඩක් නැහැ නේ. ඒ වගේ. right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ design වැඩ කර මම දැන් මගේ web development වලට client කෙනෙක්ට මගේ මොනවාද student activities මම පෙන්නලා වැඩක් නැහැ නේ. මම student කෙනෙක් කාලේ කරපු activities, ඉස්කෝලේ කාලේ කරපු activities, commerce day එකේ මම කරපු activities පෙන්නලා වැඩක් නැහැ. If I'm showing it to my clients. So understanding who I'm showing this to will help me with the relevance part, the content selection, the relevance part. Then the diversity. So diversity එක තියෙන්න ඕන content එක. හැමතිස්සෙම monotonous content යන්න එපා. So if I'm going to talk about a little about designing. මම design ඒවා පෙන්නනකොට websites හදපෙව්වයි, posters හදපෙව්වයි ගොඩක් පෙන්නන්න තියෙනවා හොඳයි. එකක ගොඩක් පෙන්නනට වැඩි. And again for you focusing on your corporate sector, corporate life එකේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ employment life එකේදී ඒගොල්ලෝ expect කරන diversity එක පෙන්වනවා. sports කරලා තියෙනවයි, ඔයගොල්ලෝ student activities කරලා තියෙනවා, ඔයගොල්ලෝ external CSR projects එහෙම කරලා තියෙනවා නම් community development projects ඒවා ඔක්කොම පෙන්වන්න. like a diversity. No, don't focus on one aspect. sports විතරක් පෙන්නලා අරව පොඩ්ඩක් විතර දාලා ඉන්න එපා. so diversity එක පෙන්වන්න. narrative එක කියලා කියන්නේ මේවා content එක arrange වෙන්න ඕන like you are telling a story. so ලොකුවට හිතන්න ඕන එකක් නෙමෙයි මේක, but you need to make sure නිකන් random විදිහට දේවල් දාලා නෙමෙයි තියෙන්නේ. මේක ad hoc විදිහට වට හිතෙන විදිහට එක තැනක මේවා තියෙන, එක තැනක මේවා තියෙනවා. එහෙම හරියන්නේ නැහැ. right? This has to tell your story. This has to show how you entered into a university to do your management degree and how your skills grew over time. skills enhance වෙච්ච හැටි over time පෙන්වන්න. and ඒක පෙන්වන ගමන් පෙන්වන්න additional කරපු වැඩ, දැන් student කෙනෙක් කාලේ කරපු services මොනවාද society එකට, and then what are the things that you can actually give to the company. So that narrative, the storyboard එකකින් එක යන්න. arranging the content තමයි. මොකද ඔයගොල්ලෝ content එක decide කරපු ටික arrange කරන්න ඕන story එකක් කියන්නේ. Then the design and the presentation. So that is the third step. When you are actually designing the CV or the portfolio or any design actually, on a report tag, any presentation of anything, consistency is required. Again, I'm going to use my presentation. මම මේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පෙන්නන slide show එක example එකක් කරගන්නවා. I මට මේකත් ඇත්තටම මේ physically කරලා ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ උත්තරයක් එනවා නම් excellent. So I can ask you if I have actually maintained consistency. Have I maintained consistency in this presentation? Do you agree with me? Anybody in the chat, at least one person would answer. I think that would give me the motivation to carry on. So what do you think? Was I able to maintain consistency in this presentation? I'm waiting for one of your answers. Yes. So how did I maintain that consistency? How do you think? I made sure all the main headings are in the same way. I made sure all the bullets are in the same way. All the emphasis are in the same way. So thank you actually for the people who replied. They're in the same way. Ne? එතකොට ඒ consistency එක තියෙනවා throughout the presentation, and that will continue for the rest of the presentation as well. So a consistency එක තියාගන්න ගොඩක් important. I have seen that in many students ඒක එන්නේ experience එකත් එක්ක ඇත්ත. That comes with experience. So with my experience I have even one of my earlier designs මම undergraduate කාලේ මුලින්ම අපි designing පටන් ගන්නකොට තිබ්බ designs වලත් ඔය consistency එක නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. උඩින් පටන් ගන්න එක දිගට යටට යද්දි වෙන post එකක් තියෙන්න වෙන්න පුළුවන්. But it comes with experience. So I'm not expecting you to be excellent designers as a pattern, but I'm sharing my experience with you. When it is consistent, so boring it shows clarity. Consistency is clear. මම ඊළඟ ස්ලයිඩ් එකට ගියාම ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා right මේ තියෙන heading එක මේක ගැන තමයි මම කතා කරන්නේ මේව තමයි points ටික මේව තමයි important ටික කියලා. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා මේ consistency කියන word එක තමයි important කියලා because that is the same theme that I have used throughout this presentation. Then of course user experience. මෙතන user experience එක කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ CV එක නැත්නම් portfolio එක online design කරනකොට user කෙනෙක් නේ ඔක බලන්නේ කියන්නේ ඔක බලන කෙනා තමයි user වෙන්නේ. So if you are developing the portfolio and then you are presenting it to me as an online website මම තමයි user. So මට ඒක user friendly වෙන්න ඕන. මට පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕන right මට මේ area එක මට වාගේ academic qualification බලන්න ඕන නම් මෙතනට ගියාම මම දන්නවා එතන තමයි තියෙන්නේ කියලා. That user friendliness intuitively මට ඒක තියෙන්න ඕන. As in I don't have to ask you වාගේ call කරලා අහන්න ඕනේ නැහැ කොහෙද මේක තියෙන්නේ කියලා. කොහොමද මෙතෙන්ට යන්නේ කියලා. Simple විදියට තියෙන්න ඕන. right? It again design එකේ තියෙන point එක තමයි it should highlight the main work and then avoid clutter. අර එක ගොඩේ දාලා mix එකක් කරගන්න එපා. clutter එක නැති කරගන්න. මේකෙත් බලන්න මම text ගොඩාක් අස්ස දාලා දැම්මම there's enough space. So මේ white space කියලා කියන්නේ using white space and avoid clutter. That means use empty space to show මොනවද ඒකට කියන්නේ the division, the separation between two. මේ first point එකයි second point එකයි separation එක පෙන්වන එකක් තමයි මේ empty space එක between these two. So that's the design thing, right? White space කියලා කියන එක negative space කියලා කියන අපි ඒවට කියන්නේ මේ this empty space you can use it to convey a meaning. මම මෙතනින් තව ලොකු ඉඩක් කියලා paragraph එක පටන් ගත්තොත් පල්ලෙහා, right? If I don't know whether you can see my mouse pointer මම laser pointer එක දාගන්නම් right. So මම මෙතන මෙන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ screen එක පේනවා නම් මෙන්න මේ area එකේ ලොකු ඉඩක් කියලා මම මෙතනින් එක sentence එකක් දැම්මොත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ intuitively දන්නවා නේද මෙන්න මේ points ටිකට ඒ point එක අදාළ නැහැ. ඒකයි එක separately තියෙන්නේ. ඒක නේ additional point එකක් කියලා. So likewise ඒ space එකකින් පුළුවන් ඒ clarity එක දෙන්න තවද. ඒ space එකෙන් පුළුවන් clutter එක avoid කරලා අපිට user එක guide කරන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔක බලන කෙනාව guide කරන්න පුළුවන් throughout your portfolio. Then finally another important thing is regular updates. Staying current is important. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ අලුතෙන්ම තියෙන qualification එක දාන්න. ඒක දාන්න පුළුවන් වෙන විදිහට portfolio එක හදන්නත් ඕනේ. නේ? ඒක ගැන හිතලා තමයි කරන්න ඕන portfolio එක හදන්න. Otherwise you can't show qualifications that are 10 years old. Portfolio එක බලද්දී ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අමතක කරන්නත් එපා මේකනේ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ අද portfolio හදුවා කියලා හිතන්න නැත්නම් මේ week එකේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ graduate වෙනකොට portfolio එකක් හදලා ඔක අමතක කරන්න එපා. මොකද ඔක බලන user දන්නේ නැහැ නේ වට අමතකුණා කියලා. නේ? අවුරුදු 10කින් ඔයාගේ portfolio එක මේ lecture එකෙන් පස්සේ හදුවා කියලා හිතන්න හදලා ඔක අමතක කරලා දැම්මොත් ඔක ඒතව පෙන්නනවා website එක කොහේ හරි CV එකක හරි. කවුරු හරි අවුරුදු 10කින් වාගේ නමක් සර්ච් කරලා හරි නැත්නම් අර link එකට ගිහිල්ලා වාගේ පෝර්ට්ෆෝලියෝ එක බලද්දී ඒකේ තියෙන්නේ වා අන්තිමටම කරලා තියෙන ග්‍රැජුවේට් වෙච්ච එක විතරයි. ඊට පස්සේ කිසිම ස්කිල් එකක් නැහැ කියලා හිතන්න. ඊට පස්සේ වා 100ක් දේවල් කරලා ඇති. 100ක් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට්ස් කරලා ඇති. You might have done many gain many other educational qualifications, masters කරලා PhDs කරලා ඒව කරලා තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි you haven't updated it. So the person looking at your portfolio doesn't know that you haven't updated it. They might assume that you don't have any updated skills. So staying current, practically important, very important. Removing outdated content, another important. So what do I mean by removing outdated content? අදාළ නැති content තියෙන්න පුළුවන් නේ. ඒව අයින් කරලා දාන්න. ඒව වැඩක් නැත්. කියලා වැඩක් නැත්නම් අයින් කරලා දාන්න. For example, so I'm partial to technology side. කොහොමද දන්නවා මොනවාද outdated which technology තියෙනවා නම් මොනවා හරි. Let's say Flash, Microsoft, not Microsoft, Adobe Flash related plugins and content හදන්න you might not know this, but Flash discontinue කරා. I think a few years back, a couple of years back, Flash කියන එක. Not Flash of animations හදන එක නෙමෙයි, but Flash plugins for Chrome. මේක discontinue කරා. එතකොට ඒ skill එක දැන් තියලා වැඩක් නැහැ. ඒක කාටවත් useful වෙන skill එකක් නෙමෙයිනේ. වාට ඒව plugins develop කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන්නේ. Likewise, in your management field also, අපි management field එකේ වුණත් ඕන තරම් තියෙන outdated content. පරණ theories තියෙනවා. අපි maybe කරලා තියෙන Excel කරලා තියෙන ඒව අදාළ නැහැ තව දුරට. So those needs to be removed. Feedback integration එකක් තියෙනවා නම් perfect, right? Anybody to give a feedback. Sadly, what we are doing today, we will not be able to integrate this feedback system directly, but other methods තියෙනවා feedback system එකක් ගන්න. ඒ කියන්නේ website එකේම නැති වුණත් අපිට පුළුවන් if you have any feedbacks email කරන්න කියලා email address එක දාන්න. So that is important to have feedbacks, and then checking the links and media. So if, like I said, අපි මම කියවනේ online portfolio එකක් හදද්දී තියෙන benefit එක තමයි external the resources වලට අපිට link කරන්න පුළුවන්. And for me, let's say for my lectures, if I'm uploading this lecture to my YouTube channel, I can link it to my YouTube channel. But regularly you need to check the links වැඩද කියලා බලන්න. මොකද සමහරවිට URLs වෙනස් වෙනවා. සමහරවිට වලට අපි තියෙන content එක මකලා තියෙන්න පුළුවන් මොකක් හරි හේතුව නිසා. කවුරු හරි බටන් එකක් ඔබලා broken page එකක් අර 404 error එකක් ආවොත් ඉතින් site එක load වෙන්නේ නැත්තම් page එක load වෙන්නේ නැත්තම් then again it's a bad user experience. So experience එක අපි නරක කරගන්න නැතුව we need to ensure that all the links and everything is working. Right. So when we're talking about steps, we need to talk about some of the common mistakes and pitfalls as well. First is overloading with information. So this is talking from a perspective of a lecturer and also an graduate. අපිට තියෙනවානේ ගොඩාක් දේවල් කියන්න තියෙනවා. ඒ හැම එකක්ම දාන්න එපා කියලා මේකේ කියන්නේ. Don't overload with information. Don't fill it with information that the user might not need first of all. නැත්තම් might ගොඩාක් text තියෙනකොට එකක්වත් කියවන්න. ඔයා වැඩ පහක් හොඳම වැඩ පහ දාපුවම පහම කියවයි. වැඩ 100ක් කරලා තියෙන නිසා 100ම දාපුවම එකක්වත් කියවන්න දෙන්න පුළුවන්. It's a lot of text. skip කරනවා ඊළඟට යනවා. design aspect එක neglect කරන්න එපා. ඒක තමයි මම මෙච්චරලා repeat කරේ. මොකද මම designer කෙනෙක්ගේ perspective එකෙන් කියන්නේ designing is also important. ඒක නිසා design aspect එක neglect කරන්න එපා. මේක කරන්න තමයි ඔයගොල්ලන්ට skill එක, ඒ කියන්නේ දැනට already develop කරගෙන නැත්නම් designing skill එක මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පෙන්නන software එක very easy to use, right? The software that I'm using is very easy to use. It's not a software, it's a website. But that also requires some designing skills. ඒකට will take time depending on your experience with design. But I assure you, if you spend a lot of time in the design and make it better and better, it will pay off. ඒකේ තියෙන benefit එක ඇත්තටම තියෙනවා. Right? You will get the benefit. So spend some time on the design. Don't neglect it. And then another mistake is not updating frequently. මම කලින් එක repeatedly කියන්න ඕනේ. So update it frequently. And you are not, one other major mistake is you are not aligning it with your personal brand objectives. ඔයාගේ objectives එක alignment with ඔයාගේ personal brand එකට alignment නැති portfolios හදන්න එපා. So that is those are the common errors that you might do. Right? Then developing your online portfolio. So when you're developing online portfolios, there are several tools that you can use. මම මෙතන නිකන් image එකක දාලා තිබ්බට Wix, Canva and Mojomax කියලා millions of other tools you can use, right? Not maybe millions, hundreds of tools. You because make a website development එතකොට ඔයාට WordPress use කරන්න පුළුවන්. WordPress නැත්නම් blank HTML use කරන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් Wix වලට අමතරව තව තියෙන Squarespace කියලා website development tools. Website builders තියෙනවා, ඔය domain providers ලාගේම website builders තියෙනවා, hosting providers ලාගේම website builders තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ ඕන එකක් use කරලා you can create your online portfolio. In this, since you are very beginner at a beginner level in design, I believe the best tool that we can use is Canva because it's very easy to use. Canva මං හිතන්නේ use කරලා නැති. So just let me know. මම මේ interaction එක පොඩ්ඩක් ඇති කරගන්න කරන වැඩක්. Have you heard about Canva? Anybody who has already heard about and used Canva, you have probably used Canva ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ student activities වලදී. Just in the chat if you are familiar with it. Yes, I am getting a lot of yeses, which is good. Have you already have you looked at the web development part of Canva? Website එකක් හදන හැටි Canva එකකින් කරලා තියෙනවද? මේ yes දාපු කට්ටිය නෝද? Only CV. Right. So you have developed the CV using Canva. Excellent. මොකද එහෙම කරලා තියෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ මේ වැඩේ ගොඩක් ලේසි වෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට. CV එක හදලා දෙනවා නම්. Sorry. So if you have already made the CV, it's just an upgrade. CV එකම interactive විදිහට හදන එක තමයි තියෙන්නේ. So that is why we will be using chat. Yes. So thank you for the responses. So we will be using Canva today. All right. So thank you එක ආවට lecture session එක ඉවර නෑ. I'm going to leave it at this and okay. So before we move on to the practical aspect, just to go over this list. This was actually sent to me by user. Rimasa sent this to me. So these are basically the things that you have been taught to include in your portfolios. Portfolios are the general content. Go through just to show. You need to have an introduction. You need to have ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ resume එකේ නැත්නම් CV එකේ දාන components තියෙන්න ඕන. So මම roughly කරන්නේ මොකද්ද මේ planning stage එකනේ. මම දැන් practically යන්න කලින් මම roughly ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ planning stage එක කරා, right? So අපි මෙන්න මේකට අනුව අපි අද portfolio එක හදමු. So we need the introduction, we need the details, some of the details in your resume or in your CV. You need the educational aspects, your work experience, projects that you have done, achievements and awards, leadership extracurriculars, personal branding, recommendations and testimonials, professional development. So these are the things that so this I believe might have been shared with you at some point in some way. I'm not sure. මම again request කරපු නිසා තමයි මට මේ ටික එව්වේ මොනවා වගේ දේවල්ද ඔයගොල්ලෝ portfolio එකක් කියවුවාම හිතන්නේ කියලා. So it tracks මේ වගේ දේවල් තමයි ඒකට portfolio එක එන්න ඕන. So I think we can with this we can go to our planning stage. So I told you first we need to plan our portfolio development. Okay? So you can do this with a lot of sketching tools. So Microsoft Word use කරලා කරන්න පුළුවන්, Google Docs use කරලා කරන්න පුළුවන්, නැත්නම් මොනවාද pen එකකින් pencil එකකින් කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ planning stage එකේ තියෙන. අපි content එක develop ready කරගන්න ඕනනේ. So content එක ready කරගද්දි layout එකත් එක ready කරනවා. So for the content, just to make this easier, just to make it easier for you to even start immediately, I'm going to use my CV as the content. The content එකේ plan එක හරි. ඒකේ තියෙන details තමයි මම roughly දාන්නේ. අය අපි මේක හදද්දි. ඊට පස්සේ අපි layout එකක් design කරගන්න ඕන. ඒතකොට layout එකේ design එකේදී there are two things that you need to do. So am I going too fast? Is this clear enough? I think I'm clear enough, right? මොකක් කර ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් let me know. So අපේ content එක done. right? Content එක මම ගන්නේ CV එකේ. So number 1 is done. So content එක is done from the CV. Content එක මම ගන්න CV එකේ. So then that is number 1. Then we need to plan the layout. So planning the layout තමයි මම කිව්වේ content එක මේ ඔක්කොම you can do this too in as MS Word waliන් use. So you can use MS Word. You can use Google Docs. You can use pen and paper. You can use anything. You can even use my Paint. Microsoft එක Paint එක හරි use කරන්න පුළුවන්. If you know about Illustrator, Photoshop, Illustrator use කරන්න පුළුවන්. So those are the things that you can use. But I'm going to show you this new tool called this is called Eraser. Eraser කියලා tool එක. මේකේ හොඳේ තියෙන්නේ mix collaborative වට පුළුවන් මේක අත්‍තරම share කරන්න. So you in order to get to this website to use this tool වට යන්න තියෙන්නේ, if you can see the domain, it's app.eraser.io ගියාම මේකට එනවා. මේක important part එකක් නෙමෙයි. This is just an additional tool that you can use. So on top of that, I want to share some other things that I want to share with you that might be useful for you is for images and stuff. Like images වලට you can use, of course, Google Images තියෙනවා. On top of that, there's a site called Pexels and Pixabay. ඔය වගේ sites තියෙනවා that you can get high quality images. But මේ images design purpose වලට දාන images විතරක් ගන්න. මොකද මේ portfolio එකක් නේ. මේක අබිලා අපි leaflet එකක් post එකක් හදනවා නෙමෙයිනේ. එතකොට මොකද ඒක මම කියන්නේ හේතුව ඔයාලට images ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඕන ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ ඇත්ත images. right? ඔයගොල්ලෝ project එකක් කරලා දෙනවා නේ. photographs තමයි use කරන්න ඕන. ඒක නිසා actual images use කරන්න. If you need additional images for designing purposes, you can use Pixabay, and even there's this website called Freepik. And මේ වගේ websites එකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන් for free images. Right? So that is there. Then we will be planning our layout. I will just delete. No, I'll just scroll over so we can plan our layout method. So layout එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ කොහොමද? අපි හදන්නේ website එකක් නේ. So website එකක් හදනකොට you know, so මේක ඇවිල්ලා infinitely scrolling website, not infinitely, like it's vertically scrolling website, single page site එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ. A single page site is a website that is containing only one page, but it is a long vertical page. ඒක sections වලට කඩලා තියෙනවා, and the sections පල්ලෙහා තමයි යන්නේ. As opposed to a normal website where you click on a link, ඒක යනවා වෙන website එකකට. Sorry, වෙන page එකකට. It loads another page. So if I am to show you an example, so I'm just going to show you our website, my company website. Okay. So this is our website. අපේ business එකේ website එක. මේක single page design එකකට තමයි ගිහිලා තියෙන්නේ. So what do I mean by single page? So when I click on this about us, it doesn't go to a new page. It scrolls down to that about us section. When I click on this our services button, a button එකේ වෙන page එකට යන, it scrolls down to our services. මේ features වලට ගියාම it scrolls down to our features. So this is a single page design. So this is what we will be doing, as opposed to, let's say, අපි අපේ campus එකේ website එකට ගියාම, right? So if you go into the management faculty website, this is not a single page design. මේකේ මේ page එකේ තියෙන home එකේ තියෙන content එක විතරයි. ඊට පස්සේ if I click on අපි මේකේ අපි හිතමු we go to the people, that means dean's office page එකට යනවා කියන්නේ. Then we will be going to a separate page altogether. We will not be developing a website like this. We will be using the single page design for our purposes. But අපිට එහෙම ගියත් මම පෙන්නුවා sections තියෙනවා වෙන වෙනම. There are different segments to the website. So we will first plan the layout of those segments. So first මම triangle එකක් අඳිනවා. So මේකනේ screen size එක වෙන්නේ computer එකකින් වගේ visit කරනකොට. එතකොට මේක තමයි එතකොට මගේ home page එක වෙන්නේ. Right? So this will become my home page. I'm just going to say home. Right? So this is my home. So home එකේ මම මොනවද දාන්නේ? I'll just put the label here. Okay. So home එකේ මම decide කරනවා මේක තමයි ඉස්සෙල්ලාම කවුරු හරි මගේ site එකට ගියාම පේන part එක නේ. පේන්නේ මෙන්න මෙතන. එතකොට මේකේ පෙන්වන්න ඕනනේ මොකක්ද මේ කොහාටද මේ ඇවිල්ලා තියෙන්නේ කියලා. So I believe it would be best මේක ඇවිල්ලා personal portfolio website එකනේ. So I'm just going to say professional, just say portfolio. And then, so this is the portfolio of whom. This is the portfolio of, so this is my portfolio, right? So I can just increase the size of this. මෙතන ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පේනවා පල්ලෙහා තියෙනවා size එක increase කරන එක. So I'm just going to large and yes, there is this here. Keep in mind ඔයගොල්ලෝ මෙතන layout එක හදනකොට content ඔක්කොම මෙතනට දාන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. මෙතනට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට අර rough content එකක් විතරයි දාන්න ඕනේ. මෙතන portfolio දනක පෙරලා කියලා ආවට ඒ ටික විතරක් තිබ්බාම ඇති content wise, right? අනිත් ඒවා ඔක්කොම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඔය sample text දාන්න පුළුවන්. So this box I'm going to use as an image. When මෙතනට අපිට image එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. So I'm gonna better if you can put a photo of yourself because this is a personal portfolio. Professional photo එකක් දාන්න එහෙම තියෙනවා නම් better. So then this will be my page, right? මෙතන එතකොට අපිට ඕන තව text එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. I'm going to select the text and then add some text here. Add some text here. It can show ඕන දෙයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයාට පෙන්වන්න ඕන more text එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයාට ඕන මෙතනම වගේ contact details දාන්න පුළුවන්. So I'm going to make a copy of this. I'm going to right click and copy and right click and paste. Okay, right click and paste. I'm just going to add some more text. Whatever content you might want, you can add here, right? Then what are the other pages that you might need? So අපි අර මේකේ බලපු විදිහට අපි roughly යනවා නම් අපි මේකේ යන්න ඕන. දැන් අපි home introduction එකක් දාන්න ඕනනේ. About you දාන්න ඕන. Education දාන්න ඕන. Work experience දාන්න. So shall we use those as the layout? So I'll just move this to the side. Control C, Control V copy එකක් අරගෙන. So this will be my next page, right? So next page is about me section. About me page එක. එතකොට ඔය page එකේ තියෙන්න ඕන අකර image එකක් දානවා නම් දාලා a description about me. So අපි මේ designing වලදී use කරනවා lorem ipsum කියලා text එකක්. ඒ text එකෙන් කරන්නේ random Latin gibberish ටිකක් තියෙන්නේ අපිට ඔය text හැටියට placeholder එකක් හැටියට use කරන්න. So I'm just going to use that, okay? So I'm just going to say about me or something like that, and then I'm just going to have a paragraph here. අර මම copy කරගත්තු text එක දාලා paragraph එකක් වගේ හදාගන්නවා. මම මෙහෙම කරන්නේ ඇයි? මට කෙලින්ම Canva එකට ගිහිල්ලා design දැන් මම Canva නේ use කරන්නේ කියලා අපි decide කරන්නේ. මෙහෙම කරගන්න පුළුවන්. But ඊට වැඩිය I know Canva එකට ගිහිල්ලා හිත ඉන්නේ දැන් I know this is what I'm going to do. Just to check because I got a connection error. Am I still audible? හැමෝටම මම clearly ඇහෙනවද? Because I got this connection to server lost and then මගේ internet issue එකක්ද කියලා ඒක. Am I clear? Just yes in the chat. Yes, brilliant. Thank you. Okay. About me at තියෙනවා ඊට පස්සේ මගේ work experience තියෙනවා. Right? So likewise I can make my plan. Right? මොන විදියට work I'm just going to start with education first. Education. And then I can list down education and so just to refer my, so this is my CV that I have again ඔගොල්ලෝ වගේමයි brilliant මමත් Canva එක use කරලා හදන්න තියෙන CV එක මේ තියෙන්නේ. So CV එකේදී I have the schools that I have gone to and my education qualification, highest education qualification උඩින්ම තියෙනවා. I'm just going to put those things here. I'm roughly මෙතන boxes වලින් එක පෙන්නන්නන්නේ. We don't need to go into detail now. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවා මම මේ මොකක්ද මේ කරන්න හදන්නේ, right? So I think this is too big. I'm just going to delete this. Right. Okay, copies ටිකක් අරගෙන ස්කූල් එකේ මට පුළුවන් මේක CV එකේ කරපු නැති දෙයක් මට කරන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද්ද logo එක දාලා education institution එකේ logo එක දාලා මට පුළුවන් description එක ලියන්න. For this purpose I will be very brief. මම ලොකු descriptions වලට යන්නේ නැහැ. But you can use your free time to come up with any description stories. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොකක් හරි මෙතනදී ගත්ත special learning එකක් මොකක් හරි තියෙනවා නම් so you can have a separate text box here. දාන්න පුළුවන් මෙතන text box එකකින් වගේ details ටික දාන්න පුළුවන්. ඉස්කෝලේ නැත්නම් යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ details ටික මෙතන ඔයගොල්ලන් තව text box එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකෙදි ගත්ත මොකක් හරි special learning එකක්. මොකක් හරි ගත්ත experience එකක්. ඒක ඔයාලට flexible විදිහට හදාගත්තා හැකි. මොකද ඔයාලට multiple pages යන්න ඕනනේ. එක පිටුවකට ඔයා limit වෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. Canva එකේ design කරද්දි පිටුව ගානේ ගියත් ඔයා limit වෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. මේකෙදි ඔයාලට තනිකරම යුනිවර්සිටි එකකටම page එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඊට පස්සේ page එකකටම යන්න පුළුවන් මේ ඉස්කෝලේ කතන්දරනේ. මේකේ වගේ right. මේක මෙව ඕනේ යුනිවර්සිටි එක ගැන විස්තරය දැම්මා ඊට පස්සේ මුළු මෙතනම දාන්න පුළුවන් යුනිවර්සිටි එකේ වගේ ලර්නින් එක ගැන මොකද ඒක important that is important this can be more important than definitely more important than a school life නේ so it's educational university එක ගැන එතනදි කියන්නේ and then school stuff you can have a separate page right separate page එකක් තියෙන්න පුළුවන් for school stuff so this is all education මේකත් education sorry I'm messing it up a little bit so මේකත් education so මෙතනදී වගේ ඉස්කෝලේ දාන්න so likewise hope you got the idea why now what මේක refer කරන්න පුළුවන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ C portfolio එක හදනකොට is that clear yes I believe so right so I in preparation for this session today I used this format a little bit make a variation එකකින් මම හැදුවා ඔයගොල්ලන්ට demonstrate purposes වලට විතරක් very short portfolio so this doesn't entail all my අර මම කිව්ව stories යනම්මන ටික නැහැ but a very short portfolio I'm going to demonstrate it to you now and then we'll quickly see how we can recreate something like that. හරිද? ඔයගොල්ලෝ tools ටික දන්නවා already මට තේරිච්ච විදිහට සමහර කට්ටිය CV එක හදලා තියෙනවා. අපි Canva එකට design part එකට යමු. ඉස්සෙල්ලා I'm just going to demonstrate. So this is the website that I have made. So I will show you the published version මේකේ and then don't worry මම මේක quickly ගියාට I will show you how to publish your site later in the session. දැනට මම මේ published එක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට directly පෙන්නන්නම්. This is not by any means a perfect presentation. මේක මම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට demonstration purposes විතර දාපු website එක. So this could be my personal portfolio. දැන් මම මේකේ නිකන් list කරලා තියෙනවා the areas. There's this home page. This is the home page. There's an about me, education, experiences, research that I have done, and how to get in touch with me. And මේ වගේ content එකකින් it's good. It's a good start that if you can follow this. So if I go to I can go මෙතන මගේ menu එකක් තියෙනවා that will be there always and I can even click on this so මේක තමයි මම කිව්වේ user friendly so I know it's intuitive මගේ education බලන්න ඕන කෙලින්ම මට education වලට යන්න so we'll go if I go to click on about me go to a little bit about me කියලා section එකක් තියෙනවා so I have this general description written and if I go to education so I have my education qualification listed here my path my story මම මේක කරන් කෙලින්ම අරන් තියෙන CV එකෙන් so I haven't like I said this is just for demonstration purposes only you need to spend some quality time on this and දවස් එක දවසකින් මේ මම prepare කරා වගේ ඔයගලන්ට පැය දෙක තුනකින් හදා ගන්න පුළුවන් එකක් නෙමෙයි. ඔයාගේ ලස්සනට story එක මේකින් කියන්න ඕනනේ. ඔයගොල්ලන්ට හිතෙන විදිහට creative විදිහට photos දාන්න පුළුවන් නම් දාලා videos දාන්න පුළුවන් නම් දාලා ඒ විදිහට හදන්න. So if I go to experience then I have my experience as in my employment experience එක මෙතන තියෙනවා so in my current one is I'm a lecturer at the Department of Entrepreneurship I also have my business Codexia that's my logo here and then I am also a partner in my family business that is mentioned here and then this is before I even joined the university as a student කාලයකට කලින් ගිය job එකෙත් එක දාලා තියෙනවා This is just a comprehensive one. හැබැයි මේ විදිහට හැම එකක්ම පෙන්වන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ portfolio එකේ focused එක විදිහට පෙන්වන්න. ඕගොල්ලෝ part time කරපුවා important නැති වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඔයගොල්ලෝ student කාලේ extra to to earn some extra cash you might have done part time work. That might not be relevant. When it comes to projects, so මේක මම theme එකේ තියෙන ටිකම දැම්මා. But further down I have my design projects and then further down I have my research publications just mentioned here. Because make my academic portfolio candidate use කරන්න පුළුවන් නිසා. And then finally I have a very small get in touch page. මේටදී මේක definitely අපිට upgrade කරන්න පුළුවන්. social media links දාලා Instagram link එක especially LinkedIn වලට අපි link එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. කෙලින්ම click කරපුවාම එතනට යන විදිහට මොකද මේක website එක යන්නේ. මේක බලන්නේ definitely internet connection එකක් තියෙන කෙනෙක්. එතකොට එයාට click කරලා අපේ ඒ profile එකට යන්න පුළුවන්. You can go and view. So when you have a website like this it is good because මේක ටික කාලයක් ගියාට පස්සේ ආව Google කරපුවාමත් ඔයාව මේකෙම හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. So this is not the best looking portfolio this is not the best looking work that I have done but I tried to because this was done in a very short time not to make demonstration purposes විතරයි but I tried to keep that theme the theme going නේ මේකේ consistency එක තියෙනවා. This consistency I try to keep as much as possible in this short demonstration. Right. So now we'll go over the tools. I'm going to go over the tools because ඔයගොල්ලෝ මෙතන ඉන්න 50 49ක් ඉන්නවා. ඒ කියන්නේ අඩු වෙලා දෙනවා පොඩ්ඩක්. ඒ 49න් එක්කෙනෙක් හරි දෙන්නෙක් හරි ඉන්න පුළුවන් tool එක දන්නේ නැති. So we need to think about everybody. So I will introduce the tool to you first. So first I'm just going to go to in an incognito tab එකකින් මම canva.com යනවා because this will be the page that you see when you go to canva.com for the first time. එන්න මෙහෙම ගියාම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට account එකක් තියෙනවා නම් you can go to this login and then you can continue with Google. That means already Google account එකට login වෙලා තියෙනවා නම් ඔයාගේ browser එකේ මේක click කරලා ඒකෙන්ම ඒ account එක හරහාම automatically account එකක් හදන්න පුළුවන්. Same thing with Facebook account එක හරහාම ඒකේ තියෙන details use කරලා Canva account එකක් හදන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් you can go with continue with your email address. එතකොට මෙතන email address එකයි password එකයි ගහලා ඔයාට login වෙන්න පුළුවන්. account එකක් නැත්නම් ඔයාට මේ sign up button එක ඔබන්න පුළුවන්. So you have to sign up here for free, sign up here for free. Go to sign up, enter your email and sign up for your account. හැබැයි ඔයාට account එකක් නැත්නම් login ගිහිල්ලා ඔයාට මෙතන කෙලින්ම මේ Google එකෙන් උත් account එකක් හැදිලාම තමයි එන්නේ. account එකක් නැති වුණා. So I recommend you do that because that's the easiest way. It's very quick. ඒක කරාට පස්සේ you will come into this page. This is the home page. මෙතනදී පල්ලෙහා තියෙන ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ recent design ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරලා තියෙන recent designs තියෙනවා නම් තමයි මේ පල්ලෙහාට එන්නේ. එතන අලුතෙන් යනවා නම් මෙතන recent designs එන්නේ නැහැ. But you will have different buttons to go to. ඒක ඔයාලට documents උනත් දැන් මේක create කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඉස්සර තිබ්බේ නැති අය documents හදන්න පුළුවන්, whiteboards, Facebook post, websites, logos, so on. There's a lot of things that you can do. ඔයාලට මෙතන ඕන book cover කියලා ගහපුවාම book covers උනත් එනවා. If you search here book covers, there are book covers. So Canva is a very, very versatile tool that you can use for everything. I recommend you use this for everything, for your academic work as well. මොකද ඔයාලට presentations උනත් මම මේ presentation එක හදලා තියෙන PowerPoint එකෙන් design කරන්න පොඩි skill එකක් ඕන කියලා හිතන්න. ඒත් ඔයාලට පුළුවන් Canva use කරලා presentations වලට ගියොත් there are a lot of templates that you can use. So here we are not talking about Canva a lot. We have to go to focus කරමු what we need to do. So we are going to create a website, a personal portfolio website. So මෙතනම මේ අන්තිමටම කලින් තියෙනවා websites කියන එක යන්න පුළුවන්. click කරන්න ඒක. එහෙම නැත්නම් උඩ තියෙනවා create a design කියලා. So from here you can just search for website and it'll 1366 by 768 pixel website එක. That doesn't matter. ඒක විතරමයි තියෙන එක website එක. So click on it and you will go to an empty page that you can use to create a website, right? Yeah, a minute. Okay, so this is an empty page. එතකොට මම මේ මගේ මෙතන website portfolio එක හැදුවේ empty page එකකින් template එකක් use කරලා නෙමෙයි. Right? This I created using an empty page. But you can use an empty page and place text on your own, or you can even very easily go and use any of these templates. මෙතන templates ගොඩක් තියෙනවා ඔයගලන්ට use කරන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි මතක තියාගන්න Canva එකේ free version එකකුයි paid version එකකුයි තියෙනවා. And if you are using the free version, you will not be able to use any of the assets that have this. Let me see if I can zoom in. Right. මම මේ zoom in කරා. මෙතන මේ ඔයගලන්ට වෙනවද පොඩි crown එකක් තියෙන with the pro letter. Any element, any asset on Canva that has this pro symbol attached to it, you will not be able to use free of charge. ඔයාට ඒකට upgrade කරන්න වෙනවා paid version එකට. Right. So අපිට දැන් ඕන නම් පුළුවන් මේක මේ empty canvas එකේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට use කරගෙන යන්න. So I'm going to first go over the fundamental items in Canva. මෙතන මේ උඩින්ම තියෙන, so I think you can see my mouse pointer. Here on the top most you have designs. ඒ design එක click කරපුවාම තමයි මේ templates තමයි එතනදී එන්නේ. So design, styles and templates කියලා තියෙනවා. These are all the templates. I will show you how you can put templates. Templates වලට එන්න කලින් මම කැමති අනිත් elements ටික ගැන go over කරලා ඉන්න. Then we have the elements tab aptly name. So මෙතන elements වලට තමයි ඔයාට shapes, buttons, images, stickers, මේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පල්ලෙහා පේන stickers, graphics ඕනම එකක් තියෙන්නේ. right? Photos even sometimes you have. So if you want to have a button on a rectangle එකක් වගේ දාන්න ඕන. So මෙතන තියෙනවා shapes, rectangles, lines තියෙනවා. So if you can go to shapes and මෙතන see all කරපුවාම you can see all the shapes that are available. right? මේක basic වගේ පේනකොට these become very useful, right? අපිට button එකක් වගේ දාන්න පුළුවන් නැත්නම් මොකක් හරි shading එකක් හදන්න පුළුවන්. You can just drag and drop and then they drop into the screen. And when you drop something into the screen, you can see editing or formatting toolbar have word වල එනවා වගේ උඩ තියෙනවා. So here you can change the shape. මෙතන shape button එක ඔබලා අපි මේ click කරලා තියෙන shape එක change කරන්න පුළුවන් අපිට අවශ්‍ය විදිහට, right? And at the same time we can change the other properties. මෙතන colors තියෙනවා. මේ colors click කරපුවම මෙතන colors palette එකම තියෙනවා. අපිට ඕන නම් more colors වලට ගිහිල්ලා you can select any color for this. Then we have other options for text stuff. Text එක හදන්න මේවා තියෙන මොකද අපිට මේ shapes වල ඇත්තටම text double click කරාට පස්සේ අපිට text එකක් type කරන්න පුළුවන්. text එක type කරාට පස්සේ ඒ text එකේ formatting එක තමයි මෙතන තියෙන්නේ. So මෙතන fonts තියෙනවා. We'll come back to fonts later. font එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන් ඕන. I'm just gonna say my name. So text එක තියෙන font එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන්, size එක අඩු වැඩි කරන්න පුළුවන්, color එක වෙනස් කරන්න පුළුවන්. Something like white would be visible. And underlining and all the other things, and also මෙතන animate කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා. animate click කරපුවාම පොඩි panel එකක් එනවා. It's very basic animations, but අපිට animation එකක් එවට දාන්න පුළුවන් whatever we might need, right? So if I have this, automatically pop වෙන එකක් එනවා page එක load කරපුවාම. Okay, so those are the element items in the elements tab. අනිත් important එක තමයි මේ text tab එක. මෙන්න මෙතන තියෙන text එකට ගියාම text ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ අර text templates ටිකක් තියෙනවාට use කරන්න පුළුවන්. කැමති එකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන්. save huge save කියලා තියෙන ඕනම එකක් use කරන්න පුළුවන්. මේව දාලා you can add this and then change the text to anything, right? You can have anything here. You can have anything here, and then you can change the color to anything. So you can be artistic. මෙතන තව තියෙනවා text වල headers, subheaders, body text වලට templates ම තියෙනවා that you can easily use. එහෙම කරේ නැති වුණත් ඔයාලට පුළුවන් T, if you press on the T button, automatically a paragraph text will come, right? ඕනෑක T එකක් ගහන්න automatically the paragraph text will come. Then brand කියලා තියෙනවා. I'm going to go over this. This is mostly a pro feature. මෙතන brand kit එක කියලා කියන්නේ if you can put your basic designs into this, එතකොට ඒක use කරලා ඔයාලට color theme එකක් වගේ හදනවා. But it's a pro feature, so I'm not going to go. Upload is another important point. අනිත් ඒවා මම go through කරන්නේ නැහැ. Upload and photos තමයි important. You go to photos, you can search for photos that have, you know, Canva එකේම තියෙන free photos use කරන්න පුළුවන්. Canva එකේ තියෙන paid photos අපිට use කරන්න බැරි නිසා ඒත් එක්කම you can search for any photos like say patterns, brown. These are some things that I have used. So professional කියන search කරොත් මේ pro තමයි ගොඩක් එන්නේ මේ photos වල. But there are also some images that we can use. So this is an image that we can use. So මේකේ තියෙන හොඳක් තමයි අපිට පුළුවන් මේ element එකක් දාලා, as I believe this should be possible if I can drag and drop. Sometimes I'm not sure. So yeah, make a background එකටම වැටෙනවා. Not to this element, sadly. Yeah, I'll look into it later. So there are photos that you can use. And uploads වල පුළුවන් ඔයගොල්ලන් අපිට ඕන දෙයක් upload කරන්න පුළුවන්, ඕන text එකක් ඕනම දෙයක් පුළුවන්. For this portfolio I uploaded, so we have the department logo, some of my photos I have already uploaded. ඒක කලින් upload කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. That's not a necessity. ඔයා design කර කර යන ගමන් ඔයාට පුළුවන් ඕනේ නම් දැන් හිතන්න, let's say I'm just gonna මෙතන USJ logo කියලා මම ගන්නවා කියලා හිතන්න. මේ image එකක් ඔයාට ඕන නම් පුළුවන් copy image කරලා, if I have correctly copied it, මෙතන control view වල paste කරපුවාම automatically එක paste වෙනවා. හරි, high quality එකක් copy කරගත්තොත් paste වෙනවා. So it's very easy to, එතකොට ඒක ඔයාලට පේනවා ඒක අපේ අර uploads වලට automatically add වෙලා දෙන for us to use later. I'm just going to delete it because I already have a university, high quality university logo uploaded. Okay, so those are the elements, basic elements in Canva. So ඔය ටික use කරලා දැන් අපි අර මෙතනදී හැදුවනේ මොකද්ද layout එක. We made this layout. We just have to recreate the layout. So that is what we have to do. So there's some error. Okay. මොකද්ද තිබ්බේ? text එකක් තිබ්බා with my name. there's this text with my name, and what else? There was a subheading saying personal portfolio. That was my plan. එහෙම plan එකක් තිබ්බා. And then I had the plan to what? What do I wanted here? I wanted an image here. නේ මෙතන පින්තූරයක් තියලා එහෙම හදන්න මං හිතුවා. Well, so මං already upload කරපු images තිබ්බනේ. එතනදී මගේ photo එකක් තිබ්බනේ මට use කරන්න. So rather than use this, I can use this. So I have this here now. So මට මේක මං අර පැත්ත බලන් ඉඳින්ද it's better if I can move my text here to this side. Okay, so I can use this. And what if you can see from this corner, you can adjust the size. So that is there. From this, you can crop. From these sides or flat sides, not on the edges, but on the flat sides, you have these small markers. When you click on this, it crops the image. But if you drag from the corners, it resizes the image. But if you press shift and drag on the corners, I'm sorry, you press shift and drag on this part, it will expand the image. Okay, so I'm just gonna I'll just undo the changes. Then this is actually taken by the approved frames, but if you don't want to show that watermark, that's the way to do that, right? Take a product perform in your design. You can have it in any way you want. So Bandana make it's not the best design. So this is just a very simple design. So now I will show you. I'm just gonna delete all of these. So back to home. In order, I'm just gonna delete this as well. Okay, so අපිට පුළුවන් මුලින්දලම යන්න පුළුවන් නැත්නම් අපිට පුළුවන් මේ මොනවාද template එකක් use කරලා යන්න. I think that using a template is more than fine. However, just remember template use කරද්දී තියෙන danger එක තමයි මෙතන ළමයි ඉන්නවනේ කීයක්ද? We have around 60 here, so 51 here, and then you have 200 in your batch. If all of you use the same template and all of you go to the same job interview, හැමෝම අර එකම use කරලා වගේ පේනවා. ඔයාගේ originality එකෙන් දෙන්න අඩු වෙනවා. Maybe you will use a unique template, but that's more likely මොකද templates උත් ගොඩක් ඒවා තියෙන හොඳ ටික තියෙන්නේ paid. අර free තියෙනවා වල හොඳම ටික දැක්ක ගාම කට්ටිය මේක use කරන්න ඉඳී තියෙනවා. If more people, not just you, right? There are other people in other universities, other people who might use the same template. So if you are using the same template, then your originality will reduce. So you can use the template as a starting point. ඒකේ තියෙන elements පුළුවන් තරම් වෙනස් කරන්න. ඒකේ තියෙන elements එහාට මෙහාටම කරලා වාගේ එකක් හදාගන්න. So for now, I'm just going to go to website, and so මෙතන website ඔබවම automatically මේගොල්ලෝ suggest කරනවා template ಜಾති ටිකක්. නේ මෙතන portfolio website කියලාම template එකක් තියෙනවා. I'm just going to go to portfolio website. Doesn't matter, you don't have to click select the templates from here, because මෙතන like I said, if you go to the design tab and say portfolio websites, or මේ portfolio website templates ටික. Is that, I hope that's clear. Because there is a clear keyword, I don't think I'll get an immediate answer. So that is clear, right? So you have several templates. Let me zoom in a little bit again. Okay, so මෙතනත් අපි දන්නවා මෙතන තියෙන make a free, make a paid there, make a free, make a free. So these are free. So I think I can go with any one of them. It doesn't matter because I'm just using this to demonstrate some elements. I'll use this. Just I'm going to zoom out. එක template එකක් උඩ click කරපුවම you get මේ template එකේ තියෙන what are the different pages available in the template. You don't have to use the entire template. You can use some pages of the template. But for now, I'm just going to apply all 9 pages කියලා තියෙනවා. You can apply all 9 pages, and then you will have the template like this. Now it's the time to change the template. So contact me tab will come. So this will be the home page. So home page, we might not like the black background. So we can change the black background. So how do you change it? You click on this, and then here you can see background color. You can press on it and then change the color. We'll go with a lighter color for this because so we can change it, right? We'll go with this for now. So මෙතන text එක පේන්න නැතුව ගියා. I'm just going to select the text and then make it black, and I'm just going to say my name here, Pereira, and I'll just say personal portfolio. This is a start. Okay, this is a start that we have. Right. Next, I want to show something very important that you need to do. Make a මුලින්ම තමයි කරන්න ඕන එක. So if you can see here, මෙතන තියෙනවානේ Ellen Downing කියලා, you can see. So that is the name of the file. You need to change the name of the file first. First, you can at any point before you publish, you have to change the name of the file. What should be the name of this file? So this is my portfolio, right? So my portfolio because the public can see this, it's better to say your name, portfolio of Dhanuka. What portfolio again? Right? That would be an okay name. So now this file name is Dhanuka portfolio. For designs in Canva art ඕන නම දෙන්න පුළුවන් මෙතන මේ නම වැටෙනවා. හැබැයි when it comes to a website, this will be the name of the website also, the URL, it will have this name, therefore it's better to put a proper name here, right? You can even say portfolio. I'll show you why. I'm just going to keep Dhanuka portfolio now, but you can even just use the word portfolio and you're done. So this will be your cover page, the front page, sorry. And then you need to have your about us section. So we can use this as my about us section. So I'll revisit this. So in the next page, I have an image here and then a little bit about me. Text boxes, so I can have a little bit of variety there. And then I have this text. So I'm just going to copy this text for this purpose. I'm going to say about me. I'm going to, so there are two texts that are grouped together. I'm going to ungroup them first so I can edit them separately. Now I can edit them separately. I'm going to say a little bit. So it's like, it's a little bit about me. You don't have to say this, make professional. So what I'm going to do now is paste that text here that I copied from the other website. And I'm just going to adjust the text box size a little bit and make it looks messy. It looks like it's cramped up together. So what can I do to make it a little better? Maybe I can break this into paragraphs. So now it's a little better. I can justify the text. So text box controls sticker formatting options alignment press it cycles through word drop down press cycle. So now this is justified. So we can leave it justified. It's a little bit better than having it aligned like this. So I believe breaking it into paragraphs made it a little bit better. I can also increase the letter spacing. So it increases space between the letters. I'm gonna keep it at the default rate, but I can also increase the line spacing a little bit. Line spacing body clarity again using that negative space, that empty space, like I told you. Now it's a little bit better. I think I should have done it here as well. It's a little bit better. I'm just gonna paste it here because I can't leave without fixing this also. Okay, now it's fixed here also. I'm gonna fix it here. Now, image. So method image there's this they have this image already, but I can't go ahead with that. You can't go ahead with that. I'm going to see if I can replace that image. So I'm going to go to uploads here. I have already have my image uploaded here. Let's see if I can drag and drop it. Yes, I can drag and drop it into this frame. Now I have this text box, this bounding box at I have this image. So I still have this industry forum, this organized by this footer thing, this watermark. So I can double click on this and then slowly edit it. Let's see. Increase the size beyond this and make it right. If there's anybody that is here who is from Japura Frames and is offended by what I just did, Monfori. I was a member of Chakra Frames as well. ඒකත් මගේ හරිනම් portfolio එකේ තියෙන්න ඕන. Let's see. Just to show you my credentials. මට මේක කරන්න I don't have the complete authority to do this, but I do have some leniency in doing this because in my extracurriculars I was the vice president of graphics in 2019. Okay, so if there's anybody who is from Japur Frames and is very much offended by what I just did, ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ watermark එක කැපුවා, අපේ watermark එක කැපුවා කියලා හිතනවා නම් මම කපලා දෙන්නේ ඇත්තටම මගේම watermark එකක් එතනදී. Okay, so moving on. So this is my second page. Second page are done. So I can go with the black theme here, or I can look at the white and black alternation එකකින් මට යන්න පුළුවන් design එකේ. Or I can even change the background. How do I change the background? Click on this, and then here you can change the background. Keep in mind, if I change the background color, I need to change the font colors as well. I'll just select all the text elements. Shift ඔබාගෙන you can select multiple elements like this, and then මෙතන පේනවා multiple fonts තියෙන්නේ. Go to font and then select a black font. I think it looked better when it was black, so I'm just going to undo the changes until I get the black design. Your preferences might vary. This is just my preferences. That is yeah, that is it. So that is the about me page. So next, what is the page that we need to do? We need to talk about our education background. So Mamekedi, you can see I have put my educational background in this timeline sort of a design. So I won't be following the same design here. Another thing that I wanted to show is this animation, right? So to get animation, just press on an empty area and you can have, you see this animate button here. When you press on this animate button, you have some animate options. So make a click කරපුවාම it applies to all the elements on the page. On that page it applies. So I'm going to press on wipe. Element animations replaced with this wipe here. So the thing is, because you are in the free version, you can't adjust the speed and the direction of the animations. Up here, Microsoft PowerPoint we can't change the speed and the directions, but we can just experiment with some of the animation. So I'm just going to keep it at wipe. As you can see, I'll just keep it at wipe, so that is better. I can apply the wipe animation to all the pages. I think it's better to go with the same animation, but it depends on the design, right? Design elements for now, I applied the same animation to all the pages. So I'm going to go to the second page. It is done. Then we have the third page, which is what? Our education, I believe. Yes. Education. I'll just quickly go over, so I don't have a plan properly, but what I wanted to do was first have the university logo here, right? So make a text box. I'm just going to delete this text box because I want to have the full logo, and then resize it and have what? So I'm going to put in my achievement here. So I'm going to say University of Sri Jai. Okay, I have the University of Sri Jai stated here. Just going to resize it a little bit. Set it here, and I'm going to put the text that I copied here. So this is what I have done, what I have gotten. I have this achievement from the university. Read this. So මට ඕන උනේ university ගැන මෙතන විතරක් කතා කරන්නේ මෙච්චරක් විතරක් කතා කරන්නේ නැතුව to have some more some more text about the university of what I have gotten out of the university. But I'm not gonna go over a lot of the text generation now. What can we do here? අපිට ඕනේ නම් university again text at the so where can we get some information about the university? We can just say University of Sri Rajavatnapura. University of Sri Rajavatnapura. This will give some, hopefully, an article on university. Okay, we have a Wikipedia article. You don't have to go to Wikipedia and put a Wikipedia article. I'm just gonna use this as, again, demonstration purposes. Make a copy කරලා you can put it here. Now it's gonna මම මේ කරන්නේ alt ඔබාගෙන make a click and drag කරපුවම it makes a duplicate of the element. So I'm just gonna paste the text here. I think it'll be better අපි text එකකටම යනවා නම්. So I'm gonna paste the text here as a paragraph. Adjust it like I said earlier. And maybe have some images of the university. මම මෙච්චර in detail and of the way and theoretically just for this. So we'll take this image, copy kara, paste it here. What else can we see? We'll take this image. Yes, we'll take this image because this has the faculty name on it. It's not important. I'm just doing a demonstration thing, but just copy and paste it here. Then මට මේකේ තියෙන style එකට මේක ගන්න I can use the crop option. See, we can use the crop option like this. So using, and there you go. And likewise I can use 2 more images to make it like gallery grid view එකක් වගේ අපිට දාන්න. I'll just use this, I guess. Pasting it in and resizing and placing it here. Right, මේ විදිහටම ඔයගොල්ලෝ කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. මේක මම demonstration විතරයි, keep repeatedly saying it. You can add your own story, what you have done. University ki iddi education එක දාලම වට පුළුවන්. Then for me, I could have used education and at the University of Sri Jagannath, and then here itself or on the next page what I could have done is talked about Japro Frames, Stephan Students Wing, that I have been in my the HR, director of HR in my students wing, in my department students association. I can put that there. I have visited India for a study India program through my department. We have a foreign tour. So foreign tour එක යනකොට study India program එකට participate කරපුවා I could have used that there because those are related to my learning in the university. So ඒ තුන මට දාන්න තිබ්බා. So here I could have had those photos instead of the university photos. So similar, that is totally up to you. ඔයගලන්ට ඕන විදිහට design කරගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. Right, so I think we are running out of time. ගොඩක් මේව කරන්න බෑ. මේ ගොඩක් වෙලා නැහැ මුළු portfolio එක design කරන්න. I believe you have got the idea on how to design your portfolio, right? මේ designing element එක ගැන okayද? මට තව පොඩි area එකක් තියෙනවා touch කරන්න about publishing this. So is this part okay for you? Do you have anything that is unclear? Just let me know in the chat. Canva tools can I can make it formatting tools and all of those things. It's clear. Okay. I'll just wait a few seconds. කාට හරි unclear කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා නම් කියන්න. I will repeat that part. Okay. So there is nothing unclear, hopefully. And yes. So you can update it in the same way. Here you can have your contact details. Right. One more very important thing that you need to do is link in them. මෙතන අර මම කිව්ව menu එකක් වගේ තිබ්බනේ නේ මම අර පෙන්නපු website එකේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට there's this menu බයයක් තියෙනවා. කොහොමද මේ menu බය එක link කරන්නේ? කොහොමද මේ menu එක දන්නේ? ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ projects කියලා කියන්නේ projects ටික experience වල කියලා තියෙන්නේ මෙන්න මේ page එක කියලා. You need to name your pages. So I'll show you how to name your pages. This is a must. You need to do this. නැත්නම් පිළිවෙලකට this is from the beginning you need to keep in mind and do this. Otherwise it's not organized properly. So when you click on a certain page, you have this small set of icons here. If you can see, add a new page. So when you yes, I need to show this as well, right? When you press on this, you add a new blank page. After the page that you are on, you add a blank page. And when you click on this dustbin icon, the delete page, it deletes the page. That's clear enough. And then there's this duplicate option. මෙතනදී අලුතෙන් එකක් create කරලා හැබැයි duplicate of the current one. See, it's a duplicate. So there are three things. මොකද එකම this is important if you want to follow the same design. කලින් එකේ තියෙන design එකමයි follow කරන්නේ. text එක විතරක් වෙනස් වෙනවා නම් like for education මේ විදිහටම school එක ගැන දානවා නම් මේකෙම duplicate එකක් අරගෙන you can talk about the education of your school life. එතකොට මෙතනට අපි ඒනට මේ ආනන්ද college කියලා දාලා okay, so then you talk about your school life here because it's the same thing, same design is a duplicate tag ගන්න පුළුවන්. And so I'll just go back to here and delete and then delete this extra page. Delete this extra page as well. Then you have this lock option. So මේ lock කරාට පස්සේ මේකේ changes කරන්න බෑ until you unlock it. So it's unlocked now, you can make the changes. Other important one is this add notes option. මේක ගොඩක් important. මේකේ තියෙන්නේ මොකද Canva එකේ collaboratively වැඩ කරද්දී ඔයාලට පුළුවන් මේකට notes ටිකක් දෙන්නෙක් එකට වැඩ කරනවා නම් අර comment එකක් වගේ මේකේ දාන්න පුළුවන්. But ඊට වැඩි important එක වෙන්නේ here. When you press on this, you get this panel here. And this panel, on the panel, you can see page 1, add page title. Like empty page. You need to add the page title here. So what is this page? This is the home page. Add home. Then click karande. Go down. What is this page now? Make a page 2, add page title. What is this page? This is the about us page. So I'm going to say about me page. What is this third page? This is the education page. So I'm just going to leave one education page. Now I'll just leave it. So what is this page? This is my projects page. Sample work this is my projects page. I'm going to say my projects page. Right? Then there are several projects, and then we have the contact us page. So contact us page. May have make several project pages, but empty you can see projects 1, projects 2, projects 3. Projects paleni araki anchor point එක තමයි ආව button එක click කරපුවම projects paleni තැනට එන්න ඕන. එතනට definitely නම දීලා තියන්න. අනිත් ඒවාට ඕන එකක් දෙන්න පුළුවන්. So I'm just going to say my projects and sample work here. So that is the title of this page. So why did I do that? Now what I can do is I can create links to these pages because I have named them. How can I create a link? It can be anything. You can go to elements and put this box. This box එකක් දාලා. Right, මෙන්න මෙහෙම box එකක් දාලා. I can add the text to about. Right? About me කියලා තියෙනවා. I can make a copy of this. Right? I can make a copy saying education. I can make a copy saying what? Sample work. My work. So මේ තුන කියලා හිතමුකෝ අපි අනිත් ඔක්කොම කරන්න නෑ. So what I can do is I can right click on this about me and you can see here there's this button option called link. මේ තියෙන command K කියලා කියන්නේ this is your control K I believe on Windows. So control ඔබ K ඔබවම link එකක් හැදෙනවා. Link එක හැදෙන්නේ කොහාටද? So I'm just going to scroll down and link. See, it can link to my other work. මම මේ කලින් කරලා තියෙන මගේ portfolio එකකට link කරන්න පුළුවන්. You can link to a website. So if I select, let's say, අර Wikipedia article එකක් තිබ්බනේ අපේ. මෙතන Instagram එක අපේ university මේකේ මම copy කරගත්තොත් මේ link එක මට පුළුවන් මේක copy එකක් හදාගන්න මේක කතා ගන්න නැතුව. So if I have this USJ IG page කියලා ඉවරලා මට පුළුවන් මේක right click කරලා I can link to what? To this external resource. Okay, then make a click කරපුවම link එක added, it goes to the Instagram page. So ඔය විදිහට තමයි මම කිව්වේ ඔයාලට පුළුවන් ඕනම external resource එකක් link කරන්න. ඔයාගේ LinkedIn page එක ඕන එකක් link කරන්න පුළුවන්. So here about me කියන එකට I'm going to link it to what? My about me page. Done. Education කියන එකට right click කරලා මම link ගිහිල්ලා what I can do, I'm going to go to education page. Done. Then work එකට ගිහිල්ලා I'm going to link it to my my work. So projects කියලානේ අපි දැන් මේකට නම. So projects page එකට යනවා. Done. So I have linked this here. You don't have to link it in the home page. So that is how you can link to several pages on a normal website එකක් වගේම ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඒ ටික links ටික හදා ගන්න පුළුවන්. So that is the designing part. Now come to the publishing part. So publish කරනකොට using Canva you can publish it in two ways. You can publish to Canva's free domain. ඒකට ගියාම අර මගේ එකේ තිබ්බ විදිහට ඔක යන්නේ my Canva page මාකරි කතන්දරයකට තමයි ඒක යන්නේ. ඉතින් danuka.mycanva.site/danuka Perera portfolio කියලා. මේ danuka Perera portfolio කියන එක තමයි අපි මෙතනදි set කරපු මේ danuka portfolio කියලා දාන්න. මට ඕන නම් මම එක එකකට portfolio කියලා දැම්මත් කමක් නැහැ කියලා. මේ ඉතුරු ටික අපිට හදන්න බෑ. මේ danuka.mycanva.site කියන එක automatic කියන එකක්. danuka කියලා කියන්නේ මගේ profile එකේ නම. mycanva.site එකෙන් තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ අපිට දෙන්නේ. අපිට domains අපිට ඕන විදිහට danukaperera.com වගේ ඒගොල්ලෝ දෙන්නේ නැහැ free of charge. ඒක ගන්න පුළුවන් හැබැයි අපිට ගෙවලා ගන්න වෙන්නේ. So if I go to this, how can I publish my website now? So before publishing, you can preview this. Okay, I'm just going to preview first. It is good practice to preview to see if this is visible properly. What I want to properly make it visible the killer in pages. Right. So here you can see this navigation bar automatically. You can go to home, it's here. You can go to about me, it's here. So I go to education, it's here. It's fine. It's working. මේ තියෙන්නේ අපිට පේනවා මෙතන බටන් එකේ තියෙන මේ drop down menu එකේ with navigation without navigation තියෙනවා. Without navigation නම් අර උඩ බටන් අර menu bar එක නැහැ. එතකොට කොහොමද උඩට පල්ලයට යන්නේ? scroll කරලා නැත්නම් ඔයා දාපු links වලින් නේ. ඔයා link එක දාපු නිසා යන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි link එක දාලා තියෙනකොට මේක ඕනේ නැහැ. මේක දානවා නම් ඒ කියන්නේ navigation with navigation යනවා නම් link එක ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ඕනේ නැහැ. You can also view how it can also see how it shows on mobile. මෙතන mobile එක කරපුවම මේ විදිහට තමයි phone එකේ පේන්නේ. Fully responsive විදිහට phone එකටත් ඒක ගානට හැදිලා එනවා. අර stretches මුකුත් වැඩි වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හැබැයි සමහර ලාකට stretch වෙලා තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට තමයි මේ preview එක වැදගත් වෙන්නේ. You go back and change the design so that it doesn't stretch as much. Okay. Right. Preview එක මම close කරා. ඊට පස්සේ it's time to publish the website. In order to publish the website, you go to this publish website button. ඒක press කරාට පස්සේ ටිකක් වෙලා යනවා. ඒක lock කරනවා design එක අපි මේක publish කරනකම්. Now you have to select මෙතන මුලින්ම with navigation ද without navigation ද ඕන නැත්නම් ඉස්සෙල්ලාම resize on mobile කියන එක ටික් කරන්න. එතකොට තමයි phone එකට ලස්සනට අර පොඩියට පේන්නේ. අපි යමු with navigation because it's better with the navigation bar. Scroll කරන්න විතරක් නැතුව button එකකින් අපිට යන්න තියෙනවා හොඳයි. So that is done. Next you have this publish to one you have free domain. ඒක තමයි මං ගියේ. මේ තමයි free domain එක. danuka.mycanva.site// I can go to that. So I can purchase a new domain. Canva එක හරහා I can purchase my own domain. So if I go to that, I'll go to that and I'll show you. If I go to that, so I need what should be my domain? It should be danukaperera.com. So I'm going to search for danukaperera.com. Yes, it is available, but I have to pay $19 per year. 18.99 කියලා කියන්නේ $19 per year මම ගෙවන්න ඕන. The domains you can purchase separately as well. So if I go to a domain purchasing website, so ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගොඩක් දෙනෙක් අහලා ඇති godaddy.com කියන එක. godaddy යන්න එපා. godaddy වල ගණන් වැඩි වැඩ කරන්න තමයි. You can go to some called namecheap.com කියලා website එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒක තමයි in my professional experience one of the best domain providers. Cheap, as the name suggests, take a name cheap කියලා වගේ මේක cheap. It's easy to work. You can even host make him කරන්න පුළුවන්. You don't need the hosting parts for Canva. You just need the domain. So danukaperera.com. If I search on Namecheap, it's available. Right? It is available. It's only $9.58 and it every year after the first year තමයි මේ ගාන මෙතින් first year ගාන second year කියලා 13 point තමයි යන්නේ 13.90. So you can see a big price difference between Canva domain and an actual වෙන තැනකින් third party එකකින් ගන්න domain එක. මේකෙදී service charge එකක් ඒකල add කරලා තියෙනවා. But the thing is for you because you don't have the technical knowledge, you might have මෙතන ඉන්න කට්ටිය ඇති. I'm not going to assume, but there can be people who have the technical knowledge. අර වෙන තැනකින් ගන්න domain එක මේකට connect කරන්න technical knowledge එක ඇති. ලොකුවට අමාරු වැඩක් නෙමෙයි. But it takes some work. ඒක නොකර ඔයගලන්ට ලේසියෙන්ම මේ Canva එක හරහාම domain එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. If you are a professional and if you are working, if you have this money, it's not a lot of money, $20 per year කියන පොඩි ගාණක්. ඒ ගාන ගෙවන්න පුළුවන් නම් I recommend you purchase your domain ඔයාගේ නමින් domain එක අරගෙන යන්න. එහෙම ගියාට පස්සේ තමයි හොඳම, that's the ideal one. Just gonna go back now because if you buy through Namecheap it's cheaper. You have to select මෙතන තියෙන use my existing domain කියලා. ඔන්න ඕක කරලා තමයි continue කරන්න ඕනේ. ඊට පස්සේ පොඩි setup procedure එකක් තියෙනවා. You can go through it in your own freely. ගිහලා බලන්න ඒක. So for now, for this exercise, I'm going to go with free domain. Publish to a Canva domain කියන එක තමයි මම යන්නේ. So if it's clear, I'm going to go with this publish to a Canva domain. So මම මෙතන settings ටික බලා ගන්න. Resize on mobile with navigation and publish to a Canva domain. And then I'm gonna press on continue. It's going to take a few seconds and now it's ready to publish. I'm gonna press the publish button. You can add a description to your website here. It's good to have a description. You can just say this is the personal portfolio of this person and then finally published, and then you are done. So after this publishes, you can visit your website. Okay, so let's wait a few seconds. Okay, now it's done. So you can see your domain within your website URL. You can copy it, or you can even visit the website here. And up here the website. See, there you go. You have the api nam dapu මතකනේ අර empty page title නැතුව අපි titles දාපු ටිකට විතරයි මෙතන මේ හැදෙන්නේ. මොකක්ද අර navigation එක automatic හැදෙන්නේ. So if I go to about me animation එක එනවා. If I go to education animation එක එනවා. පල්ලෙහාට ගියාම ඊටු education ටිකක් තියෙනවා. හැබැයි මෙතන තියෙන්නේ education link කරන්න අපි first එකට විතරයි. හැම එකටම education 1 education 2 link කරන්න එපා. ඒ නිසා ඒක හොඳයි ඇත්තටම නම් නොදා ඉන්නවා නම් එතනදී. මොකද එතකොට navigation එක pick කරන්නේ නැහැ. So yeah, don't name the secondary pages. Only name the first page of a section. First page එක විතර name කරන්න. Projects වලට ගියාම first project එකට තමයි මේකෙන් link වෙන්නේ. ඊටු projects ටික තියෙනවා. මොකද මේ page එකේ තිබ්බනේ. ඊටු ටික ඔක්කොම page. And then go to contact us. There's the contact us page. That is your website now. So how you can use this website? You can take this, I can go to home. You take this domain, right? Or තිබ්බේ මොකද්ද? danukape.mycanva.site කියන portfolio කියන එක තමයි අපේ website domain. You can share it with people. You can share it with your employees. So අර CV එකේ මේක link එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන්. What I suggest you do is create a QR. මොකද ඔයාලට පුළුවන් ඔයාගේ business card එකේ මේ QR එක print කරන්න. කවුරු හරි scan කරපුවාම යනවා. ඔයාගේ CV එකේ QR එකයි link එකකුයි තියන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද CV එකේ අපි digitally යනවා නම් කෙලින්ම link එක දාන්න පුළුවන් portfolio කියලා text එකට link කරන්න පුළුවන්. How? You don't have to put the entire domain. I'm gonna switch back to this. Let's say I have my portfolio here, right? If I add the text here, if I say like this, view my portfolio කියලා මට කියලා ඕකට right click කරලා මේ link කරන්න පුළුවන් අර portfolio link එක. Now if I press on this, it goes to my portfolio. So I'm just going to delete this from my CV for now. Right. So where were we? Okay. So the other thing that you could do, like I mentioned, is going to create a QR. So you can go to google.com and there's this website called QR code generator. So මෙතන තියෙන එක. Don't mind this මේ මම plugin එකක් දාපු එකකින් එන එකක්. You won't get this stock මේ code එකක් වගේ එන එක. Just this one. The QR code generator.com ගියාම I like this because it has this designing ability එකකුත් තියෙනවා. So what I can go to do is go to URL, paste the URL. මොකද මේක canva.site අරම්මනම් ඕනේ අපිට QR එක කියන්න පුළුවන්. There are several designs that you can use. So I'm gonna use I can go with this and then change the colors. Not only the colors to use change කරන්න පුළුවන්. I'll go with this and black can confirm. So this will be my color. Okay, that's not nice. අපි take a පොඩ්ඩක් just go with right. I'm just stuck with the designing part now. මොකද මේකට මේව කරන්න ගත්තාට පස්සේ limitlessly you will just spend time pressing and pressing එකින් එක හොය හොය. So that is what happens when you go into too detail. Okay, just I'm going to use this. So make a gear. You can see, you can download the QR code as a PNG file, or you can even copy it. Man godak kala designs you can download kar කරන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද ඕක දාලා save කරලා ආයි දානට වැඩිය lazy copy කරන්න මෙතන ගිහිල්ලා අපිට මේ free version එකේ පුළුවන් 1000 pixel එක ගන්න විතර, which is good. 1000 pixel is a very high quality image. 1000 කරන් now it's copied to your clipboard. එක copy වෙලා තියෙන computer එකේ, go to the CV and then paste it. So see, you have your QR here with you. Watermaker one of the resize color, you can place it. And if you have a business card design, business card you can place current flow. That is how you can spread your portfolio. So we discussed why you need to what is a portfolio, why you develop a portfolio, especially the steps, the preparation and the content collection and the curation part is important, and then the designing part. For the designing part එක තමයි මෙතනදී වෙනස් වෙන ලොකුටම වෙනස් වෙන එක නේ. Designing part you can do it with any tool. part portfolio එක digitally යන්න ඕන නම් website එකක් හදන්න පුළුවන්, කෙලින්ම WordPress වගේ use කරලා advanced website එකක් හදන්න පුළුවන්, මේ වගේ නැතුව multiple pages තියෙන. එහෙම නැත්නම් you can go with Canva, which is totally okay. මොකද ඔයගොල්ලෝගේ profession එකේ, like when you are going for management related jobs, ඒගොල්ලෝ බලන්නේ නැහැ ඔයගොල්ලන්ට graphic designing skill එක නැත්නම් web development skill එක hosting කරලා තියෙන තරම්ම නම් ඕනේ නැහැ. What you need is a nice looking, professional looking portfolio. They don't mind. මෙතන මේ මොකද Canva එකකින් හදපුවාම මේ design with Canva කියලා පොඩියට යටින් watermark එකක් වැටෙනවා. It's not a big deal නේද? මොකද it doesn't matter. It means you know how to use Canva, that's fine. What matters is you present your idea in a very clear way, your portfolio in a very creative way, then you will stand out from the rest. So with that, I think we can go to the concluding slide. So thank you for spending your whatever time left during the day in this session, and I have my contact details here. I will share the slides and the presentation recording with you. I will share it with Nirmal sir. He will share it with you. You can contact me if you need any help with this. I'm also available at the university. You can come meet me in person if you need to. I'll help you in whatever way I can. And yeah, that brings us to the end of the session. So I hope you will take this, take what you have learned today and go ahead and develop very nice portfolios. If you can send me some, I can go through and comment, and even just to revel in the fact that you have actually learned something from my session. මට බලන්න පුළුවන් නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ portfolios හැදුවොත් please do share it with me. I would love to see them. And that brings us to the end of the session. So if you have any questions, of course you can ask me. Otherwise we can wind it down. I would also like to see some feedback about the session. If it's clear, if you found it well, useful, we can even repeat a session if you need any additional help. And yeah, I'll stop the recording, and if you have any questions, you can ask.